Lord, things hard in Trinidad. Yes, everywhere I turn, all I hear in God. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. They're running away to them foreign countries. Lord, they're doing for them what they should do for we. They telling me that I should go out there. No way, was it? Because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. You abuse her when things was nice. Now you're crying blood. Things hard in Trinidad. Now you have to sacrifice out your flying blood. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. You want piece of me, after you get it sweet. You don't want no more Jolly Mango to eat. You still telling me that I should go out there. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Bamba dim bim 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 bidu bam. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. Bamba dim bim 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 bim. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again. I honestly believe TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again and again and again and again. Say you can find work to do, so you're grieving, Lord. Things hard in Trinidad. She has nothing to offer you, so you're leaving God. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. But before you leave, gotta make up your mind to work like a mule. Sister, 2 jobs 1 time. Yet you still telling me that I should go out there. No way, Jose, because I pledge, yes, I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. Now let's get down to serious work. Stop your crying, Lord. Things hard in Trinidad, and bring back the ship afloat. No denying God. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. If I work with you, brother, you work with me. Together we could bring the sweet TNT in a gesture of love. Let us all join our hands and sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I pledge.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
country to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Yeah, boom shogolo bongolo. Yeah, boom shogolo bongolo. Yeah, boom shogolo bongolo. Yeah, 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 boom shogolo bongolo. Yeah, boom shogolo bongolo. Yeah, boom shogolo bongolo. Now everywhere I turn, people saying, Lord, things hard in Trinidad. Yes, everywhere I turn, all I hear in God, things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. They're running away to their foreign countries. Lord, they're doing for them what they should do for we. They telling me that I should go all day. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. You abuse her when things was nice. Now you're crying blood. Things hard in Trinidad. Now you have to sacrifice out your flying blood. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. You want piece of me, after you get it sweet. You don't want no more Jolly Mango to eat. You still telling me that I should go all day. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Bamba dim bim 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 bidu bam. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. Bamba dim bim bim bam bim. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again. I honestly believe TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again and again and again and again. Say you can find work to do, so you're breathing blood. Things hard in Trinidad. She has nothing to offer you, so you're leaving God. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. But before you leave, gonna make up your mind to work like a mule. Sister, 2 jobs 1 time. Yet you're still telling me that I should go all day. No way, Jose, because I pledge, yes, I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. Now let's get down to serious work. Stop your crying, Lord. Things hard in Trinidad, and bring back the ship afloat. No denying God, things bad. you, brother, you work with me. Together we could bring a sweet TNT in a gesture of love. Let us all join our hands and sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I pledge.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
you're leaving God. Things bad, bad, bad. rising, Lord, things hard in Trinidad, and bring back the ship afloat. No denying, God, things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. If I walk with you, brother, you walk with me. Together we could rebuild sweet TNT in a gesture of love. Let us all join our hands and sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I pledge. Now that she needs me, I will work hard. I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Yeah, boom, shogolo, bongo, yeah. Lord, things hard in Trinidad. Yes, everywhere I turn, all I hear in God, things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. They're running away to them foreign countries. Lord, they're doing for them what they should do for we. They telling me that I should go out there. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. You abuse her when things was nice. Now you're crying blood. Things hard in Trinidad. Now you have to sacrifice out your flying blood. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. You want piece of me, after you get it sweet. You don't want no more Jolly mango to eat. You still telling me that I should go out there. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Bamba dim bim 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 bidu bim. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. Bamba dim bim bim badu bim. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again. I honestly believe TNT will rise again. Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again and again and again and again. Say yo. Before you leave, brother, make up your mind to work like a mule. Sister, 2 jobs 1 time. Yet you're still telling me that I should go all day. No way, Jose. Because I pledge, yes, I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. Now let's get down to serious work. Stop your crying, Lord. Things hard in Trinidad, and bring back the ship afloat. No denying God. Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. If I work with you, brother, you work with me. Together we could rebuild sweet TNT. In a gesture of love, let us all join our hands and sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check.
Now that she needs me,
It's about
I will work
43 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report.
to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for TNT.
Oh boy, as my co-host them will join me in a little bit. Well, Lennox Smith, then Mikey. So just say good morning to one or two of you all. Hey, Radical, Rick Williams, all of you, Wendy and John. Yo, that Mohan, good morning, Ruby. Grace Caesar Glenn. Roll Passad. Matilda, Ann Brown. Marilyn Cicheran, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, D'Souza, good morning. Hey, Bernadette. Motu, good morning to you. Hey, Janelle, good morning. Hey, Boojam John, good morning to you. Bernadette KR2, a pleasant good morning. So that means all Bernadette. That's Rajendra Maharaj, good morning. Primraj, good morning. Hey, Lucky Lal, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Marilyn Cicheran. Oh yes, I said good morning to you already, man. Hey, Tara, all Tara's good morning. Puma, Premier, good morning to you. Nadira. Hey, Grace Caesar, good morning. Hey, Haridas, good morning to you. Kelvin O'Brady. Oh, the Brady Bunch, a pleasant good morning. Hey, Darrow, good morning to you.
Things bad, bad, bad in Trinidad. You want piece of me, after you get it sweet. You don't want no more Jolly mango to eat. You still
Krishana, good morning. That's Ram Sukal. Yes, good morning.
no way.
Hey, Betty, good morning to you, Betty.
Because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad.
Hey, Hafisa D. Mohammed, good morning.
Now that she
Afriza.
me,
Hey, Jess School, good morning.
will work hard.
Hey, Jesse, good morning.
I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start.
Hey Dave, Maharaj, good morning.
I pledge
Michael Scotland, good morning to you, my brother.
loyalty
You're always there, boy.
with all my heart.
You're not accustomed to plenty of you all, which is good.
Body, baby,
If I was on radio, I would have never get to know so much of you that are online.
baby, baby, bambo,
So this is real good. Selwyn Batiste, good morning.
bamba,
Hey Suka, good morning. Emina from Princess Tong, good morning. Timothy Robert, Pringala, Mohana Pleasant, good morning.
Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again. I honestly believe.
Hey Patricia Phillips, oh Philip, good morning.
Yes, we will rise again. TNT will rise again.
Swa,
Again and again.
Angeli, good morning.
To do. So you're free.
Hey Davy Parry, good morning to you, my brother. Ramesh, good morning.
He has nothing to offer you.
Rose, good morning.
God, things bad
Angela, good morning.
in Trinidad. But before you leave, brother,
That's Mohammed from Fagaro.
like a mule, sister.
Good morning to you.
One time, yet you still telling me that I should go out there. No,
Hey Kevin George, good.
no way to say. Because
Yes, Kevin George, good morning to you.
yes, I pledge to serve my country.
Hey Davy, see Pasada, pleasant, good morning. Hey, y'all go forget Dennis, see Paul, his daughter Jenny, good morning.
She needs me.
Big Ram, all of you, good morning. Rusty Nail,
Down to serious work.
hey Donna Gockins, all of you, good morning.
Lord, things hard.
Miss Lorna, good morning to you.
Afloat.
Miss Brooklyn, good morning.
God, things bad in Trinidad.
Hey, Miss Lawrence, good morning to you.
You
Hey, all of I say morning to Miss John John.
together, we could read this sweet
Hey, Michael Khan, good morning.
in a gesture of love. Let us all join our hands and sing.
Hey, Deborah, Chatu, good morning.
Ah,
That what we talking about, eh? That what we talking about. Hey, Bisnat Prasad, good morning, my brother. Vidya, all the videos that I know, good morning, man. Oh boy, that one from Vancouver, good morning. Roma Price, always there too. Yes, TNT will rise again, Roma. Good morning, Maria. Kali Charan, a pleasant good morning to you. Chauvin, good morning. What are we talking about?
I pledge my love for TNT with all my heart. Yeah.
Sally, good morning. Ryan, Nick Chady, good morning. Yeah, just running through this as quick as possible. Audrey, good morning, Audrey Greenwich. Yeah, man, good morning. That's what we talking about. Elizabeth, good morning. Hey, Donald Rilal, good morning. Chan, good morning. Sharian, good morning. Hey, Sandra, good morning. Hey, Nazar Khan, good morning. Marie, good morning. Hey, Freddie Brown, good morning to you, man. Ricky, good morning. Hey, Devika Balkaran. Hey, good morning to you. Hey, Ali, good morning.
Now that she needs me,
Annie, good morning. Gobin,
you have been
Dutch Media, good morning.
was nice. Now you're crying blood. Things hard.
I hope I'm past nobody.
You have to sacrifice out your flying blood. Things bad.
Rishma, Sunu.
You want
Sunu. Alright, good morning to you. Alright, I hope I miss nobody.
no more Jody Ram.
Yolanda Cordner, good morning, Anthony.
Still telling me that I should go out there. No way.
That's Mubarak Mohammed, a pleasant good morning.
Because
Hey, Glenda Isa, good morning. Faith. Oh boy, Faith, good morning.
Tobago and
Ganesh Masada, good morning. Nadira.
I pledge. Now that she needs me, I will work hard.
I done said Shelly, all of you. Sharon, Rampasad, good morning.
To serve my
Kisun,
country.
good morning. Yeah, like Kisun, them, everybody, man. Good morning, Kisun. You want early today? Alak Localies, good morning.
My love for TNT. With all my heart. Bamba dim bim 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 bidu bim. Bim 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 bam boom bam bim. Bamba dim bim bim bim.
That's what that name roll. Sing good morning.
Bim 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 bam.
Say, oh, Nairo, you telling Nairo, good morning. Good work, guys. Keep it up.
Yes, we will rise again.
John Bix Bix, all of you, Abigail. Good morning. Jacqueline Sammy, good morning.
Yes, we will rise again.
Gloria, good morning. Neely Silva, boy. Good morning to you, Comsir Neely Silva. Your wife, Delia, your kid. Hey, KK, good morning to you, your whole family. Comsir Neely Silva.
She has nothing to
Hey, not forgetting all the councillors. The Grandy Corporation, Nasser Hussein, Mohan, all of you.
inspire.
Philip, all of you. Chairman, all of you. A pleasant good morning, teacher, and every one of you. Can't forget Das husband. Always lock on.
Like a mule.
A family, all of you. And Ravi, aka Postman.com. Good morning. Silver Fox out here in Tobago. Good morning, Mother Bernie. And all my Tobago brothers and sisters. We have a fight ahead of us. And we're going to win it. Good morning, Tobago.
I pledge. Yes, I pledge.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I pledge. Now that she needs me, I will work hard. Now let's get down to serious work.
Yes, good morning, Andy Williams from the De Silva family. Good morning.
Things hard.
Hey, Samantha, good morning. Rasta Jack, good morning. How about my girlfriend,
Things bad, bad, bad.
Ann Jackman, and she family day.
I work with you.
I see Ann Jackman look on her while I hope all is well with her.
Again,
But I'm willing to say again, I go past check a gas man. You too, a pleasant good morning to you.
in a gesture of love, let us all join our hands and sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I pledge.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy, so much of you all already joined. Since then, AVC Passad, all of you, good morning. I don't say morning to Rasta Jack. Neil, hey, Nigel Black. Good morning to you, Jill Monroe. Hey, good morning. Hey, Sandra. Harilal, good morning. 007, good morning. Trevor, good morning. Nice, while we are waiting. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? Hey Simon, good morning. June, good morning. So let me hear you all. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? The lines are open while I organize to get some of those headliners. What's supposed to make news that not making news? Send your voice notes. Yes, make sure do that. Send your voice notes. I'll be playing them things early. And make your calls early. One time. Give me that boost. That push. Yeah, man. I'm gonna make sure I hook up, man. I gotta make sure. Good morning, the original. Wow. Where is the original one? The original doubles. I see a man getting in trouble for doubles vendors vex with the man. Yeah. Doubles vendors vex with the man because the man for $20 he giving you 3 doubles and a water, or 3 doubles and a solo soft drink, which in real will add up, if you had to buy it, to $26 now. So it will add up to $26. So the rest of vendors want to beat that man, he named Fat Boy or something. So they say he's somewhere by the roundabout day currently. So the rest of vendors vex with Fat Boy. They want to kill Fat Boy because Fat Boy giving 3 doubles and a chubby. Not a chubby, a solo soft drink. Or if you don't want the soft drink, you can get a water. Because the water is $5 for the water. And the soft drink is $6. So he get creative, that man get creative. In order to pull money, the man get creative. All they organize, all they want the rest of vendors want to kill the man. Why all they want to kill the man for being creative? All they find, well, people going by Fat Boy because he was creative and he giving back. He eating little and live long. All they want to kill Fat Boy. How will they go do that? Don't do that. Hey, I don't know if I ever pass on that side, I'm going to let Lennox, everybody know. All they pass by Fat Boy, pay only 20, only get 3 doubles. Or only can get something to drink with it. Right. The next thing before my co-host come on, because he come on to carry the line. Let me put him on by time. One more, to have 2 more things. Is 2 more? Yeah. There's 2 more things I want to show you all, which many people don't know in Trinidad and Tobago. How, although we are a oil and gas producing country, how oil is be produced. And I just want to show you a short video of that. How it is deep water drilling. How deep water drilling this go. And I have one other thing to show you all. But I'll show you the deep water drilling, how that is go first. And then I get a complaint. Calling the bus passengers and them all over this be communicating with me, but when the bus shut down, when they don't have a bus, when this, when that, they just be communicating with me now. Let Mikey pour you on there, boy. You know the feel the thing there. So just let him just let your assistant just shoot a call to Mikey there. He no come there yet. Yeah, so I'll play the video there by the time. Yeah. Let me see, watch. If I try to put you on there now, watch how you're going on. B without Mikey on. Bam. You'll just see the top of your head. Alright, so I'll leave it there where you could peep and see how that this go there. You see, just the top of your head. That ain't looking too nice. So let's say stand up, I might see a little piece. But you don't have to go through that, you're a big man. Oh boy. Right. So while we await Mikey to just put on his Discord there in order for Lennox Smith to be on the program proper for you all. Alright, let me move him there for now until Mikey thing. Oh boy. Well, I'm sure he's seen it. Not the head of you seen it. Then, yeah. Nice. How you looking? Right. So I will show you all how oil is go first. That is the first thing. Right? While all organize and all the voice notes and everything by the time, right? So I'll show you all how it is. Right. Nice. Right. So it's two things. That, and then remember I was telling you all about the Passengers Association all over the country. Where they have a group, a bus group, where they just be talking to each other. Right. We on Gael. Thanks so much for letting me know. Thanks so much for letting me know. Right. So let me say welcome to the Gael family throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and the Gael family, the Gael Caribbean family throughout the Caribbean region. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Not 100, but you know, as Mike Lennox Smith say, the show must go on. I go cool on a little bit when it is he come on as that situation get resolved there. I will just hold on a little bit, right? But yeah, I wanted to show you all Trinidad and Tobagonians, and you the ones that look on the Gael in the Caribbean that maybe not an oil producing country or however it go, or maybe producing but very very small compared, because Barbados do produce oil too, but a small compared to us, you know. So right, so I tell you about the drilling, the oil thing, and I will show you all. It's a short video. Hey Tom Fraud, good morning. Roger, good morning to Roger too. All of you, Rick Williams, all of you that are now looking on, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you, man. Right, and that group what I'm telling you all about, that group, so I'm on the chat, and they send, one of them sent me a video, because the real vex, because they was in the bus. They was in the bus, right? And while they was in the bus traveling, somebody in the bus let go a pum. But I say no more. So first, let's organize and yeah, firstly let's organize. Oh boy. Yes, now. So I'm giving you all that by the time you all getting all the bearings together with what's your front burner, what's supposed to make news that not making news. What's on your mind? I need to know. Yes, I need to know what's on your. Yeah, I need to know what's on your mind. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Oh boy, so firstly, let me give you all that video with how the deep water drilling this go, and then I'll give you all that next video with the buses in Trinidad and Tobago. And if you all know you always travel in the bus, please behave yourself. Oh boy, well Lennox, you're taking the two video. Hope Mikey just think that by the meanwhile.
How oil is extracted from the ocean floor. This is a drilling platform used for deep-sea oil exploration. The platform is supported by two huge pontoons. You can move them with a tractor. There are four huge anchors on the bottom of the pontoons. They hold the platform in place. When you're ready, the pontoon will dive some distance. It submerges itself in the water. This stabilizes it against the waves. So how does the mining work? First you operate the crane, you put the drill bits into this casing. When they touch the sea floor, the drill starts working its way down. High-pressure water is pumped in, the drilled mud and rock fragments are removed from the casing at a certain depth. The casing stops falling. The drill continues downward. Then the drill is withdrawn. Then a smaller casing is inserted into the casing. The smaller casing is filled with cement and mud, separated by a spacer. The partitions are pressed down. The cement is pressed into the outer layer of the casing until the entire outer channel of the casing is filled with cement, and secure it when you get to the deeper areas. Repeat the process. The casing is a layer upon layer. Once you reach the formation, you will need to install a blowout preventer at the top of the wellhead. The oil being pumped out of the formation is under very high pressure. Without a blowout preventer, the whole platform would be a disaster. Once all this equipment is in place, we'll have a steady stream of oil. You got it.
Nice, I hope you all got that one. Alright, and I have one more for you all, one more. Yes, one more video to show you all based on the association, the passengers, the bus passengers association. Right? And all you please don't be like that, because all you running people. Nice, Mikey, good morning to you, my brother. Nice. So the passengers association, the bus passengers association, and Lennox, I want you to watch that. The bus passengers association, the real vex, real vex. So you go tell me what we can do about that, and how we can help the passengers and thing against yourselves and thing, right? So I want you to watch this. Use a man in the law. And you let me know what we can do about this. Right? They're not just not here I can pay more only because Mikey did his part. Nice. So everybody seen you know. So that's not here, right? We'll go watch that video, right? Nice. There's a very serious one. The real vex, the vex. I know what I'm telling all you. All right.
Hello. To that person who fought on the bus yesterday, let me tell you a thing that you are nasty with yourself. You came on the bus with all intent to hurt people, to do us bodily harm. Woman, man, child, whoever you are, I am here to tell you right now that you are rotting on the inside. You need to go and seek medical attention right away, because you are terminally ill and don't know when you are on your deathbed, you are going to die. You understand? To come in an area with people, innocent people, and like that, fat like that, something is wrong with you. The people that are on the buses, that bang up on the buses, and make noise, help, drive, pull over, let the people out because it was a sick thing you did there. Clearly, you have something living inside of you, and it needs to get out, and that is not of this world. You need an exorcism, you need a detox, you need a purge, you need a fast, do something. I will not be riding on my bus anytime soon. I'm out.
All right, Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. What advice you can get them passengers? Oh boy, I ain't hearing you. Check the mic. Oh boy. Check your mic by the time. Oh. Check your mic. I ain't getting you yet. Oh boy. I see the headphones come on, so that means you ain't going to hear me. Right. Some people say they hardly hear. Alright, I will play it again for you all who hardly hear. By the meanwhile, Lennox Smith. Let me hear you. Anytime I say something. Still in here, your boy Lennox. Right, oh, that's not sounding good. Okay, let me just drop the volume a little bit and all they go tell me. I kind of hear you now, you know. Let me hear. Nah, I was hearing where we was touching something. I was hearing where we was touching something. I would hear
yeah. Right, it should be alright though.
Right, hold on. Some people say they didn't hear. So let me just play it once more there quick. They say they get an echo. So let me just play it once more there quick.
Alright, go ahead.
Hello. To that person who fought on the bus the other day, let me tell you a real thing that you are nasty with yourself. You came on the bus with all intent to hurt people, to do us bodily harm. Woman, man, child, whoever you are, I am here to tell you right now that you are rotting on the inside. You need to go and seek medical attention right away, because you are terminally ill and you don't know when you are on your deathbed, you are going to die. You understand? To come in an area with people, innocent people, and let go of fat like that, something is wrong with you. The people start to cuss on the bus, they start to bang up on the bus, they start to make noise, help. The driver had to pull over, let people out because it was a sick thing you did there. Clearly, you have something living inside of you, and it needs to get out, and that is not of this world. You need an exorcism, you need a detox, you need a purge, you need a fast, you need to do something. I will not be riding on that bus no time soon. I'm out.
Yeah, what advice you could give those passengers, Lennox?
The victim or the perpetrator? It is clear that they would have been a perpetrator. That requires, of course, civic responsibility, manners, basic manners. With respect to that, but I mean, I just can't understand it. But the driver did the right thing. He stopped as a result of the complaints of the passenger. Obviously, nobody will take responsibility. Nobody will own up to that particular clearing of the bowels in that way. But there's nothing you could do, frankly. But of course, the passengers, I don't know what they expect the drivers as well to do, because there's nothing you really could do. You can't. Nobody will. Normally, it is not normal for a person to say, "Driver, stop! I want to make a discharge of that nature." So they have to live with it. That is all I can say. But it's very interesting. I like the concern of that particular blogger, who of course talked about exorcism and the terminally ill. That experience must have been a very horrendous one. To find those words, and I am sure that many would have resonated with that, because I mean, all of us would have had our fleeting moments, but I mean, more likely, of course, in our quiet space. But in an open space like that, I mean, if the person knows that they are that, they have that tendency, then they have a duty to tell the driver stop or find a way to get out. But I suppose monetary constraint, they have to help.
But if they know, because remember, everybody does know if it's real bad. If they must know if the thing real bad. So if it's not real bad, you could hold on and squeeze it. You understand? But if it's real bad, just say drive. Between me and you, just stop by the next place. I just want to come out quick, let go something, and I'll come back in the bus. Please drive. I don't want nobody vex it, man. That's all the driver will do it, you know, because the driver will be like, wait, this person really concerned. They really don't want to let go it here, boy. The driver will put aside.
You think anybody do that? I don't think anybody do that. I mean, that's more theoretical than practical. They taking a chance, and who it hurt, it hurt. Because this person said they were extremely hurt. The one thing that somebody was terminally ill, you know. I mean, I could well imagine how sting that the situation was. I mean, it's a kind of Labas Kobo type experience. And you don't want to go in the Labas at all. So far as if you have a confined Labas like that, according to her, I think it's, you know, it's a serious matter, even though, of course, it has some hilariousness built in. Yeah, but certainly, it's a no joking matter when you have to be exposed to that kind of, what I consider to be aeration. I mean, it's just play it again. Let me get a better absorbent of this thing. I just find it hilarious and unique.
Yeah, it's unique. Oh boy. I am all I say when they call me and tell me to play that because the real vex. I say, well, he say yes, they was on the bus and that what the person do. I say that what they do all the boy. They say yeah.
That is a civic responsibility. Yeah, there's no legal recourse except, of course, to unless it was poison and they poisoned the air. But then of course, your life is threatened. But that person said the person is terminally ill. It's like that kind of stench, that kind of effluviant on a confined space, in a confined space like that. I could well imagine the bus might have been air conditioned too. So the passage, the free flow of air would have been confined. It is an experience that nobody I would suspect would want to be exposed to.
Nice. So before I play her again, let me organize and just play Dr. Rudal Munilal respond real short into that SOE situation. Yeah, let me just play that there quick.
To elaborate in a dramatic, loud manner with the belief that sound and fury will signify something. And we make to elaborate in a dramatic, loud manner with the belief that sound and fury will signify something. And we may convince somebody because we, rant a bit. It was very interesting that when the member for Portisville North was speaking, we looked and we took account. There were exactly 11 elected members on his side, including himself, who chose to remain to listen to the sound and fury. I am reliably informed that the rest of the members are enjoying a refreshing cup of tea elsewhere, which clearly would have had
Again, remember, just give me time to...
Sure. I will move on. The member for San Fernando West clearly wants a cup of tea as well. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I want to speak on a couple of matters.
Nice. Let's show the duration before I play the lady again onto what it is Munilal technically was telling them there. Let's see. Before I play the lady, on what it is Munilal was telling them there.
You're taunting the government,
yeah, letting them know, well, all that set up aggression and rant and rave and whatever clearly is nothing, but yet still, when it's time for everybody to remain seated together, part of the PNM gone to take tea, including San Fernando West, and the rest who supports Stewart remain there in the chamber. Nice.
It just goes to show that, in politics in particular, you don't engage in opportunistic behavior because you don't know when your turn will come. I remember very distinctly when the so-called Dissident 5, and of course there were all kinds of references and inferences suggesting that there's some kind of split. Now, of course, the PNM has found itself claiming that it is a unified party. It is, of course, in solidarity. It has amended whatever difference. And, of course, they say that democracy is alive and well. All those kind of grandiose and hyperboles that at the end of the day, here it is, Munilal had cause, of course, to make some observation. He being in the chamber itself. And, of course, it is now their turn now to be on the receiving end of the mamagayin talk and the observations. It's clear. So that's how it is. You do not in any way throw stone when you have, of course, a glass house at a glass house. That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's how it crumbles.
Yeah.
Nice. So let's organize now again and tell you, I think it's Tularam, Andy, why you all wasting time on petty things like that when the country is reeling under Rowley and his nasty ways? Either or, the country is reeling under Rowley nasty ways until the call election from now till the election score, and all of us do our civic duty and vote them out, And the bus travelers who supports us they need to be part of it too. They have a complaint. It has some of you that's travel on the bus, and it's a very interesting and very, very interesting. So let me play that again.
Hello.
I suspect that he was the word nasty. He was attempting, of course, to make reference to the incident as well. So we gave him an opportunity to find a word to describe Rowley and Day. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So that person who fought on the bus the other day, let me tell you, you're stink dirty and nasty with yourself. You came on the bus with all intent to hurt people, to do us bodily harm. Woman, man, child, whoever you are, I am here to tell you right now that you are rotting on the inside. You need to go and seek medical attention right away, because you are terminally ill and you don't know it. You are on your deathbed, you are going to die. You understand? To come in an area with people, innocent people, and let go fat like that, something is wrong with you. The people that are cuss on the bus, they start to bang up on the bus, they start to make noise, help. The driver had to pull over, let people out because it was a sick thing you did there. Clearly, you have something living inside of you, and it needs to get out, and that is not of this world. You need an exorcism, you need a detox, you need a purge, you need a fast, you need to do something. I will not be riding on that bus no time soon. I'm out.
Nice. So people was balling, man. She said people was balling.
But hear the word she used to do bodily harm. You need an exorcism. I mean, those are serious words. Therefore, that experience had to be something out of this world.
Yeah, it was really
something that none of us would want to experience. And if it has been so poignant that they decided to complain to the ground report, we have to take it serious as well. And as I said, the caller that believe that it is too trivial and it is frivolous, and therefore we must not, of course, air it. I say that it is important because such an individual, because that person most likely would have seen and heard here and watched the concerns, and therefore will have to amend his or her way in order, of course, to make sure that that doesn't happen again, and anybody else be subjected to that level of what I consider the stench, as indicated by the blogger.
Nice. And I and all, because watch better people too could get violent. You don't know that? So that is very good that you play that. Because if somebody do me that, I might get violent on the bus day. I know what I'm saying. I wouldn't like that at all. It could end up in a fight. You hear the woman say the people banging down the bus. That I tell the driver, stop. People saying, help, stop. The driver to stop and let people get better air and come back in.
And the wrong person might have gotten injured, because in those situations, you point your finger at somebody and that person point back the finger at somebody else and all of that. But of course, it would have started at a ground zero point. It must start at a particular point. The person next to you would have gotten it first before, of course, it start to spread throughout that confined space. So all of that is part and parcel of the mix. It's a human situation, and human beings are social animals, and they will, of course, respond in particular way, differently at times in the same circumstance. So you're quite right. All of that is part and parcel of it. But of course, the person who would have done it, if you are listening, you will understand the kind of trauma that you have created, and therefore, of course, you have to find ways and means to adjust. Maybe a detoxin might help, according to the blogger, or an exorcism might help, because it's some kind of spiritual or evil curse that you may have on you, according to that statement. That's why you use exorcism. It's about getting rid of evil spirits. And let's see what's going to happen. But visit a doctor now.
Nice. And on the SUA yesterday, we dealt with very, 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 very serious. We dealt with it very, very serious. I seen in the Guardian this morning here. Earlier, like she respond, we hear, oh no, PM. Oh no. Top cop rejects claim. Officers hiding in stations from criminals. Says doors are always open. She's saying doors are always open. So earlier come out to try to defend that in which already gone out there, which them born them smoking the weed, drinking the punch and beating the chest and saying, yeah, and that's alone afraid we's man, them police is nothing. Which them get more bold, don't get tired up. It's just a matter of time you go see rail stations, men go come with iPod rifle because they know the door will be closed, and Lego bullets against them, station them. What's your say on that?
Police service leadership, that's leadership you talk about, everybody. Police service association leadership has also come out in condemnation of that statement by Dr. Rowley, and making, of course, officers not just vulnerable but more frustrated, and of course appeal to the Prime Minister to provide them with the 1,000 and counting shortage of the police service, and that could be easily remedied by the plethora of special reserve officers that are deployed for duty from time to time. Make them easily regular. So the manpower, the equipment, of course, body cameras, those teaser guns, those teaser equipments, and all of that, in order to make them more efficient, apart from vehicles, etc. But of course, I take what they said. They said that they don't know who Dr. Rowley got his information from, but Dr. Rowley is always that kind of uncanny exaggerator. So somebody might have told him that stations are being closed because of a security issue. They say that, of course, those stations that have glass pane or glass showcase type glass, and of course it may be tint or not, but they are vulnerable in the night, in particular, when, of course, the any potential assailant could see them, but they can't see. They could see the police, but the police cannot see them if they are lurking around, etc. And therefore, they take off the lights and prefer, of course, to stay in the dark so that they could see the enemy. But to suggest that means that they are cowed to the criminal element is far from it. And I want to agree with that as well. And of course, it sounds logical because it's only where the front of the station is pure glass, and that security issue of vulnerability clearly must weigh heavily on the minds of those who are on duty, and therefore they take that kind of precaution. But to suggest that they are hiding from the criminal elements is disingenuous. It is frankly dishonest. But it is Dr. Rowley of vulnerability, of course, exaggerated clearly as to find justification for an SOE that he would have off the cuff as opposition leader before 2015. In fact, in 2011, would say that why would you have an SOE for addressing crime when the police, of course, are adequately, prepared to treat with such a matter. It should be a much more serious national security matter. Well, so he uses that in order to of course advance an argument that really didn't need that kind of intervention. But as usual, he says thing, and then of course the entire thing collapses. So that will be a failure as well. So that is typically Rowley.
Yes, well, the next thing I see is that the probe into the death of Lisa is completed. It was just a regular fire that caught and all them various things. Why they having a probe? So is it that somehow they get some kind of information that her death is more than just an electrical fire or something, or however it go? Or is to tell us that is an electrical fire or however it go? What's your take on that?
I suspect that the speculations and the conspiracy theories surrounding that particular death, the government quickly would like it to be abated and send it to rest. So therefore, they would prefer, of course, to say that it is a unfortunate situation where maybe electrical equipment might have gone bad, and of course caused that fire. Of course, outside of that, there are speculation that it might have been a hit. There might have been arson, and of course there may be some link to her children as well, because that is what we're hearing on the ground. So I'm just relating what we are hearing on the ground. Of course, and with throw water or hot water or cold water, depending on your perspective on what Dr. Rodwell would have said, that suddenly she is, of course, the jewel of Trinidad, one of the diamonds in the jewel of Trinidad and Tobago, and his best, of course, parliamentary representative. Of course, we know that if that was so, then Antoine, the man who she replaced, suddenly, because he made a statement about Trump, then she would have never been a parliamentarian, far less, of course, to find herself in this having a demise as she has in such a short space of time. So there we have it.
Nice. MSJ to skip this general elections. MSJ skipping this general elections. What's your thoughts?
I suspect that he heard Kamala Persad-Bissessar. If you can't prove your strength, do come wrong the UNC. So realizing that he can't prove it, he decides, of course, that he will save face and get out. Of course, I am not saying that about my party. I believe that everybody would have some kind of strength to provide. My party, of course, is focused on the Laventils only, Laventil East, West, and of course Port of Spain South. It is considered to be a regional party, and we consider every single member of the community, whether once they're resident and addressed in these areas, are members of the party. So we don't look at the registration and form and all of that, because if it's a regional party dedicated for a particular area, then of course that is what it is. Nothing different to the East Port of Spain Development Corporation, that you don't have people registered, but once their address is Laventil, they are subject, of course, or can be the beneficiary of the physical and the infrastructural and the other programs that the institution offers. It's the only one, incidentally, in Trinidad and Tobago, the only one of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago, dedicated, of course, to a particular community. And I really would have thanked former Prime Minister Patrick Manning for that initiative, because he did, of course, consult with people like myself who made contributions and so on. And as a result, of course, that company, that state enterprise, is now in existence. The extent to which it has been effective, well, that is questionable, and of course that is a matter for another debate.
All right, so would I also be able to mention, because we are just going through the papers, I also seen him with the countdown to 13. I also seen here that Bishop Fett is back with a bang. So therefore, all of you who life is good, roads is good, infrastructure is good, all you're making money, Bishop Fett is back with a bang, right? So said the promoter. Bishop Fett is back with a bang.
Is a business. I think somebody mentioned something like that this morning.
Yeah, hear what I say. That is why the point, yes? Hear what I say. Oh my God.
The doublesman scenario. That is something like that. You promote your product. It is competition.
Nah, well, they promoted it based on that, giving anybody any discount to tickets go be. It's now the tickets go be more money. But hear what they're saying here. They say Bishop Fett back with a bang. Even our soon-to-be retiring Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley could not stay away from the action this year. Yes. As he arrived, following the PNM General Council meeting.
The event gone already? I thought it was...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, boy, so the man... So the paper smart. They say first it come back with a bang. Dr. Rowley, after the General Council meeting, attended that bang of a fete. I think that fete he take picture with Brian Lara and I think Ian Bishop's. Then I pity with that. I want to believe that. And then I also seeing this man to me this look real sick. He's a real sick. Something about Emery Brown now. He look like a devil. He don't look right. He's looking girlish too. I'm saying Emery Brown is a man, but he's look like a girl. He's look evil. He went to they say here Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Dr. Emery Brown left in the presence of U.S. Ambassador Candace. Well, he organized to give her a farewell placard, right? A farewell gift of an art piece by Deborah. Yes. So he's smart. He getting Rowley seat. He gonna look to work up to be the next leader of the PNM. But he's not a nice person. He is not a nice person at all. Something about I don't trust that boy. He's like, remember the foreign affairs minister before him who tried to block for Rowley them with Maduro and them and whoever, who was going all the time. I think what the name boy? He had a seat, he the tin looking, and he was looking like he body leaving his soul too.
Who's that boy? That should be right on the tip of our collective lips.
Yeah.
We'll get him during the course of the program. But on the question of him regularly, I always have a slip of the tongue, and I don't know why. Maybe it's subconscious. I always call him Apron Brown.
Oh. All right. Anything else? Wait, let me just take this call here. The quick morning caller.
Morning.
While we go continue to dig in. Morning caller.
Good morning. Andy morning. Send you link from me now, boy. I ain't picking up the link this morning. I ain't getting the link from me. Send you link from me now.
All right. I'll go blast out that link there. Right. I'll go blast it out, man. Because that was on, you could make your contribution anyhow. All right. Let me just play this voice note. The quick too.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Sharon Tobago. Good morning to everybody who's on the line. Andy, listen to this, sir. Really, that evil, wicked Prime Minister and his evil party, because you can't tell me man and woman can't tell the difference between right and wrong. It's a set of shameful, disgraceful people sitting down in a cabinet, running a country, right, and doing the citizens of this country all kind of wicked things. What is going on all is that he looking for a get out of jail card, because look at the kind of destruction that this one is creating. He's talking about police and bandits and this kind of thing. A certain nonsense he might not be talking, because he have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, because the kind of forensic investigation that is coming, he know is jail coming show for all of them. So he looking for get out of the jail card. So that is why he's creating all these destruction. All you see is what the man doing. Look, we are fast and call elections and we fed up all year. We fed up. Call elections, man, and get out of our faces. God bless.
Andy, Lennox, Mikey, good morning. Andy, after listening to that interview last night with Mikey K and Professor Miller, which I know, I grew up with him. I know his dad and his mom and his sisters. I know all of it. Andy, I don't understand this party. They always want something, Yeah, I understand they have to be treated respectfully, with respect. But you can't come and demand something you do not have. Or you want something, you gotta be humble, come, go along.
Okay, let me just finish this voice note.
But all the party respect thinking is different. It's not to be an idiot and a liar. His cousin, a dog dealer. So who knows what he is? But Prakash is a very respectful guy. I know Prakash. He's very respectful. He is my classmate. And I think that they all have to humble a little bit, man. I mean, the way he talked in the interview, I come to realize that they want to go join the UNC, whoever, but they want to, when they want to say seat or whatever, I don't understand. But if you want to join something, you have to get into it. Try to win, join it, try to get in, try to make your mark. If we know you're a smart guy, you can make your mark very quickly. And then move from there to the country. This is your friend, I'm telling you. Try to get it full. The party in power, you want to have all the states. If you're not in power, you are just a backbencher or you just warm in the seat. Let's try to get into power, and then we can do what we have to do, my friend. I know you're fine guy. You could be a G, you could be anything. Let's get into power first. Like they say, you want to be the captain of the team, let them vote me in first, and then I can work from there to show them how good I am. Alright? Andy, Lennox Mikey talk to you later. Andy, I know what to do. Lennox, I know what to do. They should ask Rolly for advice. That man is stink dirty and nasty. They should go to Rolly and ask him why you so stink dirty and nasty. They should have Rolly for advice for that because the man, he farts anywhere he goes. Anywhere he goes, he farts stink. That he stink dirty and nasty. That's all. We need to get rid of the PNM.
Hello, Andy and the good people of TNT. How are you all going to sit down and watch this Rowley-led PNM government steal democracy from you all? You must not give them a second term to run TNT for another 5 years. You all must not let the PNM continue to disrespect and take advantage of you and your children. I will continue to remind you all about the last 10 years of non-performance by this very PNM government. It was Dr. Rowley that said that Lisa Morris-Julian was his best minister in government, so this means his other 20 were failures. Is that what you want, people? Failures to continue running T&T Town T. The slippery slopes of no return. Then don't let Dr. Rowley force his puppet Prime Minister, Stuart Young. On you all, they must all be voted out of office when the elections are called. There are consequences to who you choose to put into office. For the next elections, people don't make the wrong choice and elect those PNM failures. Let's be safe out there today, people, and remember, tell everyone you meet that yellow in the UNC is the code.
Nice. Oh boy. What else? They are forced by the meanwhile, Lennox Smith. Only don't forget the lines are open. Based on headliners, but I see 13 murders. Are you aware of where that last murder took place?
Well, soldiers, of course, arrested 3 men for ganja in Tobago. Of course, utilizing the newly acquired, or should I say, given powers equal to that of the police. So they have exercised police exercise under, of course, the cover of the SOE. And of course, that produced, of course, guns and marijuana, ganja in Tobago. Business groups are optimistic SOE can bring meaningful change. Of course, the Manufacturers Association and 1 or 2 other regional, I should say, business organizations did, but there are 1 or 2 also who are very skeptical, but they're saying that things appear to be better than how it was just a couple of days ago.
You find so? You find things better? You find so, Lennox Smith?
That's what the business community is saying, so I'm just
saying, but with the murder it's about 13, and anybody who know what was that number 13 murder, where, how that happened, will let us know. Alright, hold 1 minute because we want the rest of those headliners, Lennox Smith, just now.
SOE, the very fact is SOE, so SOE cannot be sustained, it will not be there forever. So let's see.
Alright, go ahead, caller.
Yeah.
Morning, Andy.
Morning, Miss Laukata.
I'm here eating me backhead. I saw you drinking your little broth. That is good because you're sounding better this morning. You eat your fish and your backhead. That is good. Good food. Yeah. I hear it's alleged that the Prime Minister saying that the police and them hiding. Just imagine this.
Now that is not alleged. That is not alleged. That is a fact. The Prime Minister said the police and them must be hiding in the police station.
Just imagine this. The same police officers that protecting the Prime Minister. They protected by you every day. They protecting you. Make sure you're safe wherever you're going and coming. And that is what you're saying. You see, you have to say that too, because all the money, where the money going, the police and them cannot get a proper vehicle, nothing to work with. The bandits and them have the sophisticated weapons, the police and hand on. So I give the police damn right to, Then damn right to hide, because you ain't no damn good, you have to go. And we want you out. Go fast. Because as a Prime Minister, you ain't no other Prime Minister from no other country talking the way that you talking. That is nonsense with you now and overdoing it now. So it's time for you to pack up and go. We're waiting on you. You're taking too much of time. Get out. For good.
Next caller, morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution to the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Gong Report to Napuna here. Andy, Lennox, Mikey. I want to say this. You see the hypocrisy with this police service. Gideon Francis and these fellas and them, the second division representative of the police association. Because when Rowley could make such a statement and recriminating the police and them and using thing about the closing of the police station, taking off the lights and all of that. Gideon Francis and them will come and make a kid glove statement. But when Kamala Prasad decided to make the statement about not getting people not getting firearms, and even the police and them, she supported that they empty the gun on them, the bandits on them and whatnot. And Gideon Francis and all of them come out and real jam Kamala with that. Every statement she makes. But these fellas and them, it's good for them. I ain't sorry for them. They had to take what Rowley do. He will insult them to the wolves. And these fellas would make and give just a passing statement and and all right, But my thing is this. Kid Rowley, you want to talk about your resignation and what other thing. Why the hell you don't resign? Why you want to go to the CARICOM meeting for? Because you're looking for sympathy. You want to get some prominent position after you leave Prime Minister's office within the CARICOM region to be some kind of senior, something then in CARICOM. They don't want you. But I suspect something. Keith Rowley, as some caller suggested yesterday, I think it is, your aim is probably to be the president of this country. And even though you'll be receiving a pension of $87,000 a month, you will be, will be appointed by Stuart Young as the president of this country, and you will be getting a hefty salary of how much, $60-something thousand a month, what have you. He's a money hungry. He's a piper, and he's greedy for money and position. Yes. So I am saying that you could see the writing on the wall that Keith Rowley is still looking out for the presidency position. This is my suggestion. Now, in addition to that, before Dr. Monilal mentioned last night the amount of travel that Stuart Young went to Venezuela, up to now we don't know what was the thing. All he hearing is about the energy thing, this and that. Don't be surprised that you remember this saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. America has a bounty on Maduro. And remember now that they accuse them of being a narco-trafficking country. And then all of a sudden, you start to see Trinidad being used as a transshipment point. Don't be surprised if you see the American government put a bounty on Keith Rowley, because you could say that he is associated with Maduro, with this whole drug trafficking thing in the region. Understand what is going on, Keith Rowley? You have destroyed this country. In addition to that, I heard Monilal mention last night in the meeting that the whole question of the, when they say that they're going to remove the pension bill from the order paper and thing, that is still on. And the whole issue is that whether that, they're coming back with that, you know, Andy, that pension thing. Don't be surprised, people, and lose all your senses and vote for PNM when you've seen everything, the writing is on the wall. And Shojong and them don't have a clue. What I think they only intend to do is to fulfill that obligation they have to the 1%, the finances of the PNM. And I keep stressing and harping on this. One of the main things that they would want to get, the 1% is the Port Authority, because that is one of the, or if not the biggest generating agency in Trinidad and Tobago, your port. And therefore they will have total control of that. You understand? So let people lose the senses and vote for PNM and see what's going to happen. All of them who PNM supporters who just depend on barrel thing and whatnot, thing coming from over and all that. All that thing will be a thing of the past, you know. They're going to cut down on all them kind of freeness kind of thing. Because they're going to have real control report, what comes in, what goes out, and what have you and what not and thing. So I am saying that the time has reached that Keith Rowley just resign and go. Just call a date of an election. Because people are getting fed up daily. There are issues that confronting this country. We're seeing absolutely no sign of recovery. Nothing that could benefit the citizens of this country. We call a state of emergency. To do what? And you see how it affected the country? Look at what happened in Tobago with the cruise ship thing. They bypass the cruise ship and then bypass in Tobago. Revenue losing. So you didn't sit down and think about, and all they're talking about, all they're concerned about the state of emergency, and all they wanted, didn't have no curfew because all they're concerned about the economy and whatnot. This put in more damage to the economy, as I say, for example, the cruise ship complex situation in Tobago. So no, you think people don't want to come here to invest in anything? You think tourists don't want to come here? You all have established Trinidad and Tobago as a country of criminality, that people don't want to come here. That even for the very carnival, mark my word, you're going to see it, citizens will not be coming home for the carnival. More so for tourists, foreigners, to come here for this carnival. Because of all the warnings that the various countries have been putting out. You understand? That this country is a crime haven. And do not come to Trinidad and Tobago. All these things going to have an effect on our economy. And not only the economy, but our international image. Fellas, have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Tunapuna, thank you so much. Let's take a next call. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Andy Williams, good morning, PHA. How are you going, my friend, and everybody on this morning? I hope for these couple mornings I can get to contribute in the program. Now, Andy, I don't know exactly what you're all talking about, but I want to add something. Do you feel any different? Do you feel any safe? Do you see the relevance of the state of emergency? We are losing a lot of forex in the sense of what the cruise ships come in and the people on the cruise ship who spend the US money, let's say in Tobago or in Trinidad. Now, Carnival is coming up. I want to know, did the Prime Minister sit down and think this through? Or was this just a distraction to take away from his resignation? Now, we have lost a lot of money. Killings still happening. People still dying as usual. And what is the difference? I see no difference. And then, to make it worse, you decide that you will go into Parliament and literally drag the name of the police in the mud by saying that, you know what, stations that we close up and stuff like that, and they're running from the police and stuff like that. How could you, as a prime minister, the man in charge of let's say the National Security Council or whatever, demoralize your police officers? And these are the same police officers who are protecting you and your colleagues on a daily basis. Come on. And and the worst thing to top it off, remember, you take 44% and you telling them police officers risk your life for just 4% extra. Is that right? Why it is that we in Trinidad had to settle for this nonsense, and then they will come and wiggle the tail and ball, great is the PNM and we shall prevail, and they put Stuart Young and whoever it is in front, and we still have to catch our tail. That is not fair, Andy. People of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to take a stand, and we can't take a stand tomorrow, we have to take it now. We have to talk out, and we have to go out on the streets. They say we could still protest, so let us go out on the streets and protest and make our voices be heard throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you. And if possible, the international community.
Thank you very much, PH. Oh boy, all of the lines are open. The lines are open. I see you all are
very
calling.
interesting, Andy, because I referenced the pre-action protocol letter that was sent by Stuart Young's lawyer to us on when we were at 104.7, and I just want to read what the lawyer is claiming, that we cause Young's reputation to be impugned as a consequence. And listen to what it says. Very, very interesting. Council has advised that the above quoted words, so they quote our words and so on at the time, spoken by you. In this case, this is my copy. You had one by on your own or individually, and published on more 104.7 FM, a serious defamation of my client, meaning Stuart Young, in that in their natural and or ordinary sense, there is the words they're talking about here, and or by way of innuendo, they have the following meanings, among others. A, that Minister Young is a liar. B, that Minister Young is a traitor. C, that Minister Young is involved in serious criminal activity, namely racketeering, theft, and the illegal narcotics trade, and was in fact a drug lord. That is what the lawyer said and tell us, in a pre-action protocol letter. D, that Minister Young and the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, were involved in organized crime. Now, one would have expected that after we sent our response, that they will proceed to court. But of course, this letter is dated, let me just give you the date, people, the 1st of June, 2020. You know what I say? The 1st of June 2020, after we sent, of course, a 50-page response, including, of course, addressing all of these matters, we have not heard from Stuart Young's lawyer since. So is it right to say that he has accepted the fact that those things that he alleged we said about him, that he is a liar, that he is a traitor, that of course he is engaged in racketeering, theft, and illegal narcotics trade, and was in fact a drug lord? And D, that Minister Young and the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, were involved in organized crime? Is that what the message? That is the message that was sent to us by they not pursuing, of course, the court matter since 2020. Well, effectively, of course, it has died. So, of course, very interesting times ahead. I thought I should pull up that.
That was a very good one to pawn. And Trini Nairo and the one, that is two people, one on Facebook, one on YouTube, said the former Foreign Affairs Minister and Current Affairs was Dennis Moses.
Yeah, Dennis Moses, that's right. That's the guy, yes.
He and all, he used to look kind of bewitched and kind of palish looking too. Way back.
Yeah, when he was there at the behest of Rowley, the only man who resists Rowley's spell, if you want to call it, and I'm talking about a pernicious spell, is Lee Hunt, because remember he came from Ghana, so I suppose what he came back with probably is not as strong as Rowley would have thought.
Morning caller. Where you calling from? What's your contribution to the Go Report this morning?
Andy. Calling from Florida, but I'm in Alabama right now.
You're in Alabama. You're in Alabama right now?
Alabama.
Alabama. All right.
Alabama.
All right,
Alabama.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Job you love.
No fun, man. I walk in, man.
Anyway, the job you love. I suspect the job you love. Go ahead, yes.
Mr. Lennox, good morning, everybody. You know, maybe over there, Dial and everybody else. Listen, remember when Mr. Rowley said, tighten your belt until 2027? Remember that?
Yes, he did say that until 2020. He always have a 2 years of pressure. After the 2020 election, he said the same thing. 2 years. But go ahead.
Right. Well, he have a plan. That's the plan. The plan. We had some with the plan. Let me just speculate. You have a plan and that's why he put the SOE. It's not like I discussed it. It's not for the criminal or catching what he say. It's for the keep to do trying his best not to have a general election. So he want to delay it as much as he can for some reason, I don't know. But by he's telling you that he resigned, he didn't really resign per se, He just put that to distract the people, to concentrate when he's going to resign, but he's not going anywhere. You'll sit there now until the end of the year. You'll be still there. And maybe next year. Right? I don't know if you've seen what I'm talking about, Mr. Lennox and Andy. Right? So, what PH said is part of the problem, but what he's up to, he's not going to go nowhere. That is what his intention. And he's trying his best how to do that. Anyway, I have a little joke for you. What are you saying about this guy that farted in the bus? I had experienced that in Canada. When you was -5 or something outside in Markham, in Toronto, this guy Lego a fart, man. You couldn't patrol this one. Everybody wind on that glass. Everybody put the glass down. It was cool, and everybody put on the glass. I experienced that, I know. All right, Mr. Lennox. Take up your time. I experienced that. I know what a lady talking about.
Yes, indeed. Interestingly, Andy, of course, among the lawyers that is serving in that particular chamber from which that pre-action protocol letter came would have been, of course, and it's here on the letterhead, Mr. Douglas L. Mendez. Yes, indeed. And then, of course, you have well known to us, as well as, of course, Michael Kwamina. So all these SC, senior counsel, decided not to pursue the action that the letter sent to us would have initiated. And listen to what they wanted. They say, in light of the foregoing, I am instructed. So the lawyer is saying, I'm instructed to demand the following. So they demanded now the following, and one, an undertaking to by you not to repeat and or publish the offending words or any defamatory words for that matter in relation to my client, which of course is Stuart Young. And then two, an immediate and unequivocal public apology in terms to be approved by me, meaning the lawyer, on my client's behalf within 7 days of this letter. And then, of course, there's the letter from back in 2020. And then 3, damages in the sum of $700,000. You know what I say? Let me repeat that. Georgian wanted in 2020 damages of $700,000 for words that we used on previous, of course, incarnation, let me put it that way, station. And then 4, of course, payment of my client's cost to date in the sum of $5,000. So the letter cost him $5,000, and he wanted us, of course, to pay that. We sent him, as I said, a 50-page response on every single matter, and including, of course, the racketeering that we had spoken of course, and the lying and the traitor and traitor, etc. And since 2020, no further action was taken after we sent that response to that pre-action protocol letter. The lawyer in question, of course, is Alatashi Gurvan, G-I-R, I think V-A-N, yes, Gurvan, attorney at law. Out of the chamber where, of course, people like Mendes and they would not, and of course, Michael Kwamina would have been, of course, I'm sure, been involved and instructing and monitoring.
Go ahead, caller.
There we have it. Yes, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. Thanks, Lennox. We always want to be informed and we get the correct information from you. So keep on talking, all right? Keep on informing us. Okay, all right. Yes, guys. You know, we have a SOE, and the murder still continuing. The crime still continuing. Today's the 15th day of the year, the new year, and we have about 15 murders. What is the purpose of the SOE? It is not doing anything, because by now we should have had no murders for 2025. People, all you wake up and all you demand some kind of order or law and order. To the end of 2015 is too long for these people to stay here, you know. It's about time people start acting up and telling them to go now. You understand? Go now. And you know, guys, I am listening. They always saying Kamala Prasad says a week, and she this and she that. And as soon as this woman open her mouth and say anything, the media and the people, everybody can blow it out of proportion and make a big bacchanal. These same set of jokers, when Kamala Prasad stood up like a big woman, like a strong woman, like a citizen, and said, people should get firearms, legal firearms, to defend themselves and their family, and they should empty the clip on them. Oh gosh, that was big headline, big bacchanal, as if the woman said something to break the law. But tell me, who is a real leader? Who is a strong person? Kamala Prasad be sensible. What was sensible? Her statement or the statement of our Prime Minister Keith Rowley saying in a SOE and being the head of national security that the police locking up the station and they hiding because they afraid the criminals. Which statement was a better statement? And not Kamala Prasad be sensible. So you see exactly where this man is coming from, and the ones who like to criticize every single word that Kamala Prasad says, so say, out of hate and out of wickedness. Look at them now, like a set up puppy dogs. Look at what Rowley can. Even the head of the police station, I think it's good, or whatever you name it. All of them don't stand up and make a riot and a bacchanal and put Keith Rowley in the place. No. All of them like a certain little puppies hiding under the table. But if it was Kamala said that, it would have been a different story. So Mrs. Kamala Prasad says, so you continue being the strong woman that you are and say what you have to say, because when you are talking facts and you're talking the truth. So talk the truth, talk loud, and who vex the vex, keep on talking. I saw last night that this one MSJ said he is Abdullah. He is leaving the politics, he's not contesting the election. Well, Abdullah, I mean to say, you have seen the light. You have seen the light, right? But I want you to do something for me. When you're going, carry COP, carry hope, carry NTA, carry everybody with you because all of them they taking up space and doing nothing. You understand? Carry all of them little parties. That's how you see the light and you're going. Carry all of them with you. We want to clean up this mess. We want to live better. And the only way we can do is if the destruction and the bother of all these people, if all of them do like you, Abdullah, and go in a corner and sit down, or they can go and help fight crime, go and help fix the country, go and see about the poor, go and do something, but get out of the political arena because all you do is wasting time and messing up things in this country. You understand? So this is what we have to do, fellas. Let us realize who is the stronger leader here, right? A woman who's standing up for the people, or one, all he's doing is making bacchanal and confusion. You understand? So people, let us all get together, as I said, put all your business in order, make sure and encourage the young people to go and register. Do all what has to be done so that everything will be in order. So on the day called Election Day, we will all be able to go and put our X by the rising sun and vote for the United National Congress. You understand? This is what we have to do. We want to live better. We want to fix this country, and we must do. We cannot win an election by talking. We can't win an election by talking. We have to win an election by voting for the UNC. So everybody, get ready. Get ready. Blessings, guys.
Yes, indeed. Of course, sterling contribution once again by, of course, Miss Woodbrook, always on the button and clearly practical, very, very practical in her presentation and the issues that she would have chosen to, of course, share with us on a daily basis here. Referencing, of course, the pre-action protocol letter of the 1st of June 2020 on behalf of Stuart Young, too, of course, Andy and myself, claiming that we had defamed, of course, him. The letter states, of course, pre-action protocol letter, and of course it says re-defamation of Mr. Stuart Young, published on 104.7 More FM on May 13, 2020. And as I was saying, of course, we have.
But let's hold on, we just take these 2, 3, 4 calls and then we'll just read out that within.
Cowards, and they will not, of course, test and because they know that the truth will offend, and they can't take, of course, the exposure in a court of law. Obviously, from this response since 2020. Go ahead, caller.
You go get them that day just now.
Yes, I do, and Lennox, me again. Now, I want to ask a question. I beg to differ with the caller, with my UNC colleague there who now called. Remember, our party name is the United National Congress. Even though it may have other parties who... Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We are hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
Yes, hello? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that I beg to differ with the previous caller, because remember, our party name is the United National Congress, and I still believe that we should incorporate and try to incorporate these other parties, even though some of them may have some sort of stupid leaders. But let us see if we could incorporate all these parties together so as we can have one resolution, one head, that all the opposition forces will go forward and we will remove this PNM out of power. So we don't want no votes going astray. That's the first thing. Secondly, I'm hearing people saying that Mrs. Bissessa is not a strong leader because she has to have 2 people to prop her up and stuff like that. I want to tell people this. In World War II, the American president was in a wheelchair. You hear what I'm telling you? The American president who was involved in World War II was in a wheelchair. And he was in charge of the United States, and he conducted the war effort on behalf of the United States. And I did not hear nobody, whether on the Republican side or the Democratic side, ever criticize wartime, right? Because he did a fantastic job, right? And thirdly, I want to ask the incoming Prime Minister 2 questions.
Yeah, but what is the 2 questions? You're breaking up, PH. The only last thing we heard is you want to ask the incoming Prime Minister 2 questions. Oh boy, you're breaking up. Let me take the next call.
All right, but of course, he did, of course, on a nice note there, making a comparison there. Franklin Roosevelt would have been the wartime, President of the United States, World War II. And of course, he did a great account of himself on behalf of the people of the United States. So much so that the United States emerged as the greatest power known to man so far on Earth.
Wow, imagine that. Go ahead, the next caller. Morning.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. And good morning, Mikey K.
Yes,
I have a short thing to say. You know, Andy, in all these African countries, they have kings and they have prince and they have princes. But you know, in Trinidad, we have a king and we have a prince. Because Rowley is the king and Stuart Young is the prince. So you know, in the line of ascension, when the king retires, you have to put the prince. So that is what's going on. That Rowley is the king in Trinidad, and Stuart Young is the prince. You know, another thing again, I want to tell Gary Griffith that if you have one fair integrity, he will do the right thing and don't talk once in that crap. He is involved in crime. Because I know why. He is the cousin of Stuart Young's stepdaughter. He held her for drugs. He's the one that hold her. And he let her go. Why don't he and Stuart Young do the right thing and get you to come back to Trinidad and face the law for a crime? It was an ordinary man. He would have been in front of the judge and the magistrate. You know? So all the crap Gary Griffith has been talking, he has no shame. You know? Because doing that, letting go a criminal who involved in drugs. He is a criminal element to it too. Because it's family. And he said in the plane was that's his cousin. So he can't persecute the cousin, but he could persecute somebody else. You see? So he should do the right thing. Ask Stuart Young to bring back the girl to Trinidad and let her face the court like everybody else. You know? Because Gary Griffith knows fully well he's not going to win anything. He's just trying to be spiteful, and that's the whole idea with it. You see? So he just a waste of big time. Once in a big blow hard. Anyhow, Annie, that's what I have to say. But I want Gary Griffith to know. I want him to show you be listening to this program. I want him to go and get back Stuart Young's stepdaughter, bring she back to Trinidad, and let she face the court. If he has the balls to do it. Anyhow, Annie, take care, bye.
Thank you, Mr. Ramnarain. Oh boy.
That kind of caller made a lot of sense because it depends on who the target is. If they perceive them to be the political enemies or somebody that they dislike, they then of course use the state apparatus to get that person. Of course, if the opposite is the case, then you get away with a slap or scotch free. We have seen, of course, Brent Thomas, where a plane was commandeered to send to Barbados to bring him back, and the Barbados authority has opened up, given the man a blank check to put in whatever money he wanted because they know they had infringed, of course, their own laws there, cursed, I suppose, by Trinidad, and the court here in Trinidad said that the man was kidnapped. So I think it would have been very easy for those associated with Stuart Young and, of course, Gary Griffith to be brought before the courts. But obviously, they favor that particular individual, and so no prosecution. Just as, of course, Dr. Rowley, when he defended, of course, Al-Rari's children, even though Al-Rari is yet to claim that they are his children, but of course, Rowley said they are his, and then, of course, he then went on to say that those soldiers that leaked that information to social media. So he was claiming, even though it proved to be different, but of course he was saying that he don't want them guarding him at all if them is the kind of people to guard him. So they throw people under the bus depending on their political preference and the interests that they have in that particular individual, as opposed to others. If the interest is good, they then could get away with literally murder in this country.
Nice. Hold on a minute. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
Hey, good morning to the Ground Report family. Andy, Lennox, Mikey, good morning to the general Ground Report family. Always listening. Andy, according to my partner, I don't hear him again. This morning I want a clarion call. And this clarion call is to the PNM voters. The people who vote, religiously for the PNM. When you're having any conversations with them, the most you just hear out of the mouth is them Indian and them people and them. But I want to tell them, my own phrase this morning is, don't hate, emulate. Try to be like the Indians. If you look around and see how successful they are, then you would be successful too. Instead of you'd be telling them Indians only see about themselves. That is what you have to do, see about yourself. Tell you how we see about all you. When the Honorable Ms. Kamala Prasad was Prime Minister, she does only see about India. So who are we seeing about? Who would see about you? Who would love you? You have to love yourself. Stop hating the Indians. Don't hate, emulate. And one other thing, Guy Gifford is telling me that young lady made a mistake with that quantity of drugs and guns that she had. That is a mistake. She's over 18 years old. She has to know what she's doing. Any little black boy anywhere in Laventel would have to face the consequence. Don't come like a big gift and the child make a mistake. Guy, we really like too much big woman thing, you hear? All right, brothers. Thanks.
Yeah, it's fascinating because he spared no resource to get those youths and them in Sealand who was being.
Well, that means all the people that over 18, young people that over 18, that make mistake too. Simple. So get them a break, as family should.
But they are selective. They are biased, frankly. But go ahead, caller.
Yeah, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barakpur here. Gentlemen, we
discriminate.
We listen to people's opinions and things, and about uniting and bringing this one together and things to fight the PNM and to throw them out of government and all these kind of things. No problem with that. But who does put parties into government is the citizens. So what you telling me, 1.4 million people in this country cannot make the right decision for Trinidad and Tobago? 1.4 million. After you have 10 years of governance by this PNM government, where a Prime Minister lie to a population in every section of improving the country. He lied where employment is concerned. He lied where the economy is concerned. He lied where education is concerned. He lied where health is concerned. He lied where crime and the safety and the security of the people is concerned. And you could go on and on with the lifestyle and the level of inflation and all these kind of things. All these is things where this man stood up with a straight face and look at the population and say, here what, Trinidad and Tobago, I am going to give you betterment for your lives and your family and safety and security for Trinidad and Tobago. What next 1.4 million people need to understand that there is not a decision to be made in this country. It is straightforward. It is simple as touching fire. You would get burned. What we need to tell this population, the opposition isn't supposed to campaign for this election. We're supposed to just be in waiting to go and start to bring this country to some level of governance where people could feel safe and secure, where we could get improvement like we had seen in the previous 5 years of when the partnership was in government, where things could be, and let me tell you something, Rowley could do nothing in 10 years. Don't expect any kind of miracle to happen as soon as Kamala gets into office. That everything just wipe out just so, and we start back like how Rowley wipe out the 640 plus murders, and it start back from one, and I hear nothing about that again. You understand? Don't be continue to be fooled, and don't be continue to be distracted by hearing about Gary Griffith and Makela Pandey and all of them. These people would survive no matter who in government. Any government, they just survive because they are in a strategic position in the country where they have the security. They're different from the normal average human being. They are at a different level in the society. It might affect them eventually, but the day-to-day lifestyle, the ones who want to hit the traffic jam and spend hours and wonder if somebody could jump the fence and how they're going to put food on the table. That is about over 800,000 people we're talking about in this country. That is enough people to change the government and to demand good governance in our country. And that is where the focus is supposed to be in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't be fooled again, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't get carried away with lies and promises. It has nothing. Stuart Young or anybody in the PNM could lift their head up and tell you as a citizen, and you should believe it. They will be coming with lies. What them have to tell you, what they had to campaign on for the last 10 years that this country went through, that they could look at thousands of people and say, hey, all you put me in government, and I going to do this for you, I going to do that for you. That come like you have a nice, decent wife in your home, and you feel, oh God, you see a Spanish, fair skin, and she got straight hair, and she come in and thing, and you leave your nice little home and you run to that. And when you run to that and you start to get pressure, so you're holding your head and bawl, and then you want now to run back home to your good house. Let it kick you out. You understand? People have to be mature and wise now in this country. We had enough. It is tiring. Just getting up on a morning in Trinidad and Tobago is frustrating for thousands of people. Every day I just be on the highway. Just imagine to just widen a road from the flyover in Chaguanas to Chase Village flyover. That taking Trinidad and Tobago over nearly 2 years. And you had to endure at least half an hour traffic right there alone for less than quarter mile. You enduring half an hour traffic just because of incompetence. We're going to accept this nonsense for how long again? What decision all you need again to know that every single thing wrong in this country started with Eric Williams, and we have to end it with Rowley. We have to end it with Rowley. Let this country breathe a little bit again. Let we start to realize that, you see what's going on now? Is all kind of sanction going to come. People don't get turned back in the airport and thing in the States, you know, because of sanctions applying to Trinidad and Tobago because of the relationship that's taking place with Venezuela and Trinidad, you know. So the thing now starts, you know. If you want to conjure and go down that road, be dotish. Be dotish and study about Gary Griffith and this one and that one and all kind of thing. And when you really start to feel the brunt of what is really happening in Trinidad and Tobago, then it might be too late. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of holiday. Be safe.
Thank you very much, caller. Oh boy. What's your thoughts there on Barpo? What Barpo mentioned there, Lennox Smith?
Oh, well, of course, he's always on point, very passionate, and yes, it should be a given. It is almost axiomatic that the choice in this coming election has to be, of course, Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the UNC, whatever configuration that they come to the polls or to the people with. Simply because 2010 to 2015 has been an extremely successful period, which, of course, the people would like to get back to, having regard, of course, to the last 10 years of pain, ache, agony, misinformation, disinformation, and, of course, incompetence and impotence, and the destruction of the not only the economic fabric of the country, but certainly the socio and psychological part of the society, which of course it deals with people, because this is about people, and therefore we have been relegated to a state where the cost of living, the quality of life and standard of living has deteriorated exponentially. I want to ask you something too, Andy. What was the cost that lawyer was asking for that to respond to that pre-action protocol letter that was sent by Stuart Young's lawyer to us?
Pastor was asking.
I don't want the lawyer's name, but just the response.
They was asking for 700 and something thousand. That the thing, and we had to pay the lawyer 5,000.
Yeah,
for the time.
I know. I'm talking about for us to respond. Our response. What kind of money we were looking at? Would you have?
Like $40,000, $50,000 people was looking for we to be able to respond to Stuart Young's lawyer. We wasn't getting any help about it.
What we eventually did.
Well, we eventually put it together. Well, you eventually put the whole thing together and responded.
Not so. Huh? It cost us cent. We were facing $50,000 from any lawyer who wanted to take up the matter, and we responded ourselves. Or we had a deadline at 4:00 that particular day, and we went right up to the minute. And then, of course, we caused it to be delivered, having done it ourselves. 50 pages of response that, of course, resulted in Stuart Young, the coward that he is, and of course all the big time lawyers that they have on this list, and that they remain mute.
Very mute. Hold 1 minute. Go ahead, caller.
Somehow that the population will not know. But if it was the other way around, they all over the place saying, listen, they sue the ground report, and of course these fellas had to pay this and pay that. Take that in your rukungs and eat it. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, good morning again, the ground report to Rapona here. Lennox, Andy, I want to say something. I don't know if all you witnessed when the PNA was having the caucus here at the Bally's House. Rohan Sinanan pulled up there with a jeep that is very high off the ground. In fact, you see the jeep. I sure there's over $1 million for that. So therefore, the road situation, pothole and thing wouldn't affect his vehicle, suspension and otherwise, because it was very high off the ground. And the reason why I'm saying this, you watch this thing last night on television and see the destruction, what they did, spend a set of millions of dollars on that extension there, widening of the highway there, and had to dig up the whole place again. And you know, that take it, as you say, almost 2 years. So it just goes to show you how they squander the money, and the man responsible for the road spend a set of millions of dollars on that extension there, widening of the highway there. He has done absolutely nothing. All right. Now let me get to this other point. We had an issue with with Paula Gopiskun's son. There's something during COVID with a boat ride and partying and whatnot, and he was charged. Suzette Martin, who is now a deputy commissioner of police, right? We have the issue with Stuart Young's stepdaughter. Is these issues statuted by Lennox that the present commissioner of police could not raise it as an issue? Isn't it that we would expect that the Chief Justice, the DPP, and all those people, high-profile people, who is responsible for the dispensation of justice in this country, that these matters cannot be brought forward? Because here why I'm saying this, Suzette Martin now Deputy Commissioner of Police, was responsible for an accident which involved a little 14-year-old schoolboy. She was also responsible for the going to the Barbados on an illegal outing and arrest Brent Thomas and bringing him back to Trinidad and Tobago. How come she, and because even then, and you know why I get a dislike Mia Motley? All the things that they talk about, she and preacher and whatnot, they stayed quiet when the issue was being raised. The opposition leader, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, wrote her personally and asked her to deal with this situation because it happened in your country. And she failed to respond to the opposition leader, Kamala Prasad Bisesa. And it's only there and then she came out of the government there of Barbados, made a statement that they were culpable in that situation with having an illegal aircraft come there, an illegal arrest and kidnapping of a Trinidad citizen and brought him back to Trinidad and Tobago. But the point is this, I am asking, how could Susan Martin, they just give him a blight, a pat on the hand, and not face the consequences of such a serious matter? This is nothing of just going like a police kick down a man and arrest a man. This is something that, you know, it warrants a serious investigation. And I'm asking if Ola Christopher, can't you raise things and make these issues? And let me charge Paula Gopit's son, let me charge your young stepdaughter, and let me charge Suzette Martin. You know, and remember this, not only that they have promoted her to the Deputy Commissioner of Police, but she also has some strategic responsibility within the police service. You know, I can't remember what is the exact thing that she's responsible for. But these are the things that you've seen that is in violation of the rights of this country. And I am calling on the DPP, the Chief Justice, and all these people, the Law Association, the Criminal Bar Association. Hey, these are matters that are supposed to be brought to the forefront. If you heard Christopher talking about going after the big fish, then these are somebody big fish. How come it is that they're just going on unheeded, but you're running on the little black boy? Eh? I mean, and they don't send you the police service who's the arm of the PNM. They see all the ridicule that all they have to face on the PNM, and all they will take it a smile with big gloves that do nothing going on. And then when you watch all these so-called top honchos in the police service, Benjamin and this one and that one, and all these fellas, them coming to just pacify and make people feel comforted that we are doing so much for crime and whatnot. I think when you have these outstanding matters facing this country, I think that this Susan Martin and all these people, your young stepdaughter, Paula Gopi's son, all these are matters supposed to be just brought back to the forefront and let these people face the consequences. Have a nice day, friend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunapuna. Oh boy, all of the lines are open, eh? Let's hear what's your contribution. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Good
Morning.
Make a comment on what he said, but go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning. I listened to Mr. Tunapuna there. Now, he wants to know about all these cases that is to bring to the forefront, right? But all these cases, you don't know if the people and them, they probably been charged, and then because everything now is virtual, so nobody got to go in a courtroom. Anybody can stay from any part of the country or the world, go virtual, and go to the cases because these things are virtual. Nobody is going to the court. So not because you're not hearing about it doesn't mean that there's no charges, that there's no cases. If you want, you can go to the magistrate or file for freedom of information, go to the court and get a transcript if these cases are going on. How come you're not hearing nothing about David Lee case the same way? You ain't hearing about Munina case the same way. It has many people that you don't hear about the cases, but the case is going on. It's just that years it has take, and it's always a put off and a put off. And not because you're not in the country, that means you wasn't being charged. It's are people I know in the state and it just go to court because it's virtual. So it needs to be fair, Mr. Tunapuna. Call out for David Lee cases too. Call out for Mr. Munial case to come to the forefront to let the public know what is going on, because these things are quiet. If you want to know about Faris and you want to know, you have to be feared, right? A fear person, you know. If you want to know these things, come to the front and ask about all. Don't ask about who you think should be to the front. Yes, I want to know what's going on with this case, with Faris and them case. I want to know what's going on with the young lady case, but it wasn't her alone. It was other people as well involved in that cocaine case. Call for their names as well. You know, you want to be one-sided alone. Call for everybody. Don't be one-sided. Call everybody name. Don't be one-sided. You want to go? Find out from the Chief Justice where all the cases going on. Look at for COVID. How much people get tickets for wearing masks. Let me hear about what's going on with them cases too. Right? Let me hear how much people pay the ticket. Let me hear these things too. It's obviously no, but if you want, use a man like to sit down and watch the whole of Parliament. You want to sit down and read all the newspapers. Fine, that is your thing. If you want, go and sit down in the magistrate court and find out about these things too. Sit down and find out. So you want to be on the radio all the time. Yes, people want to know, but let everybody know. Everybody keeps. That is about it. Don't call one side alone. Call both sides.
I can't
a tit for tat, right through, is a tit for tat. Is a tit for tat, right through. And that's how the politics in Trinidad. This one do this one, alright, you commit 5 much murders under your tenure. Well, you commit 200, well, because say you commit 2,000 or something murder, and over that tit for tat, I say this, you say that. I say, and this country ain't going nowhere because everybody is one-sided. Everybody, not for Trinidad, you know, they for the party. Because everybody one side. Nobody want to know what the PNM do. Nobody, PNM say what UNC say, UNC say what PNM say, and so on the country still. What you see when they call for protest, nobody let on that. Trinidad gets so big, nobody want to protest. People like how they living in a, or they're fighting for UNC government, or people fighting for PNM government, and people don't care about that. People going about the hunky-dory business. They're going to work, they're doing what they work. When they go in the grocery Christmas time, you couldn't get a parking price mat. And people under pressure. Price mat was packed out. You go in every single grocery, the line's long. When you go by court, there's a line. You see by standards and things for Christmas when they had the sale, it was massive. Door fall down and all kind of thing. So you already feel people studying Prime Minister and who is opposition and them kind of thing. People not on that, people looking for their money, or once they can get it and move on with their life. People don't have time with that. It's politics, you know. Yes, the country getting harder, you know. But when you see comes to them thing, people don't have no time. People looking for their money. And how they can get it, so they're rolling in them in the pocket. Cameline get them in the pocket. They might get more according to who put in place certain policies. But other than that, when election time comes, who going to vote for PNM? They will vote for PNM. Who going to vote for UNC? They'll vote for UNC. And people will go on with their life. Look at how much, it's not the US, but every day is different series coming out on the road and cars. It's all kind of high fancy SUVs, and people drive sedans again, you know. It's only SUVs. And when they're saying, children have no money, people have money. People have money. The banks are making money because they had to go and take loan to buy these things. So, and they had to have proper credit to get these things. Houses selling. And people say they didn't have no money, or they go, no, but people in Trinidad and Tobago really don't know what they want. Whoever go there is for themselves. Hey, let me see what I can get, and that is it. Nobody is studying, hey, the poor man on the ground, how he feeling. But once you have a work, even people who work in CPEP, you might say, boy, they might be blowing ladder, but when they're making their money the same way, they're going out and they're working hard for their money, so they can spend it how they want. And that's the main thing. You see, money, anybody else care about who's Prime Minister? The Prime Minister could get $1 million tomorrow as he pension and leave, or his salary, and people don't care about that. Yeah, that's the Prime Minister, he could say that, because the other day when Kamala go there, Kamala going to get the same salary and as a Prime Minister. She going to get the same salary. She going to say, well, I'm not taking that money, you know, because that's the salary. So, gentlemen, Mr. Tunapuna, call it, both look on one side alone, right? All right then. Gentlemen, enjoy your day.
Thank you. Next caller, morning.
Morning, Lennox. Morning, Andy. Morning, Mighty K.
Come X, man. The Malcolm X. Go ahead.
Listener, I listened to the two callers there, Mr. Tenapuna first, and the next Mr. who called to clarify things. You don't think by all right, our country reach a stage that when we talking about fairness, if the citizens of the country see a fairness right wrong, I don't think we will watch in one corner, no? Because everybody in this country, not everybody, I will put it at 90% of the people in this country just look for payday. They're not looking for country. And as they rightfully say, party. As the brother said, have a whole culture here with party. Because don't care who in power. I find all wrong. If your young daughter have a case, that case should wrap up like just as all my brother had a case. Right? Everybody who have case supposed to be wrapped up. You don't have people going to court. You're holding them for murder. You had them in court for 20 years, and then you call in to say they calling hit from on outside, from inside to outside. So who responsible for that? You go the lawyer say he get the case put off 10 times, you have to pay him $1,500. Then the magistrate going down with that. When we go see the change? As we talking is not party, it's accountability. People supposed to be accounting for what they getting paid for. I was a supervisor, and I could tell you people had to work because a man want to tell you it's his wife's birthday, he ain't coming to work, but he will pay. And the next day now, after the birthday, he will come and say he's still drunk. He will pay. All your face reality, man. All your face reality. Who going to correct these wrongs? When we elect a government, and I thought when Rowley went there, we'd have a little dent in corruption, we'd have a little dent in this drugs and gun thing, but it's worse. It's worse because when Mr. Manning say no, who is Mr. Big? Rowley was in his government. Dr. Rowley don't know who is Mr. Big. So all you going, wait is all you really going Trinidad. This is we question ourselves because everybody going to work and they just checking the payday. They're not checking the country. And this is why they're supporting party, because they want to be negligent in what they're doing. I done for now because all I saying, people don't like revolution, but it is changing system. It helped Grenada. All you have a good day, man.
Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Morning, Mikey. Orlando here. See,
Good morning. Good
that
morning.
guy I'm trying to criticize. Uh, I think that guy is wrong. You know? I think I want to say though, he goes in with Rowley Red Coat and line up. Andy, do anybody know where Roll George Young daughter is? Nobody know where she is. How you could do a virtual on Rowley daughter when nobody know where she is? In America, they do virtual. If you live in California and you live in Orlando, you can do it on a virtual on the court. It's not a problem because you know what? If you have to lock up the person, the police is right there. They know exactly where he is. If they have to lock up a short young daughter, do they know where she is? I mean, this guy's an idiot. To police station to criticize Sarapuna, brother. I know you probably like Rowley and I want to criticize the man. The man make good points. Okay? Trinidad system don't work like that. Okay? Because my cousin is a magistrate. It don't work like that. You have to be there, attend court, or maybe they have one or two virtual. But the problem is nobody know where the daughter is and all this thing going on. So you can't do a virtual if you don't know where the person is. Man, come on, brother. You need to chill out. Andy, we'll talk later. I have to call and criticize that guy. Later. Bye.
All right, thank you very much. Oh boy. Everybody calling. I'm going to play a voice note here. I'm going to play a voice note. A lot of voice notes came in. We didn't get the opportunity. Oh boy.
Pleasant good morning. Andy, good morning.
Some calls after all. Let me just play some voice notes.
Morning. So Lennox, good morning. And all your listeners. Well, I have two little issues, or one issue, but two comments. One is with your partner. Well, I guess I must be Andy partner. What you think then, Lennox? GG. GG, like he's a PNM now, so he going over on the other side. He flipped the script. So he's a PNM now. Big man thing, he's a PNM. So we had to zero he and target he one time in the play. All right, so we know exactly how he thinking, what kind of person he was undermining. Maybe he wanted to get into the UNC to find out, well, how them operating so he could counteract that because he know he was going across to the PNM. So, he played the game. And he decided to go over, so. And the second thing, I guess that the way how the puzzle being put together, looking like in 2026 we might have the election, if we have any. Because if it's not postponing with the SOE, is maybe COVID again, COVID 20, or some kind of bacchanal thing will take place because I guess he don't want to call this election. But I believe he must be waiting on Mr. Trump when he get in to see how he reacted. And he just waiting in the wings to say, well, nah, he's not no prime minister. You can't do me nothing. You understand? If they know they're coming after him. All right. So blessings, everyone. Again, Andy. Yeah, man. Say something. Good morning again, Andy. Yeah, I see person who mentioned that he want to become the president. And again, it's because all is his money. For he is money. If he could make it across without getting jail before that. But I don't know if he go reach so far. But the idea is to become a president, get the pension from the prime minister's pension, become a president, get the money for that, and then retire and get the money from that. So he gain money right all the way around. So yeah, I is the person who say, and I think that's what he's trying to do. So let me keep an eye on that. That's one of the legacy you want to try and do. All right, later. Listen to that first message. All right.
Andy, Mikey, Lennox, Metro and Tobago Central here. Good morning. Good morning to the loyal listeners and the ones who does normally call in and make their lovely contributions. You all know all yourself, right? Andy, my front issue is that why we as Trinbagonians allowing these real criminals who in jacket and tie to be doing us what they want. A whole bunch of outsiders who form a cabinet. Trinbagonians, look in the mirror and ask all yourself that question this morning. Ask all yourself while the program even going on. Walk in front of a mirror and say, you know, let me pick sense from nonsense. Why we keep putting back people there to keep digging out we eye? And we thinking that when we vote for them, we will get betterment, we will get this and we will get that. Look how many things from the last 9 years pass by. Look at the kind of things I have done to the country going into 10 years, Trinbagonians. And all they telling me, all they still have the audacity, all they still have the belly, the mindset to go and dip all their finger to put back them people and them right there. All they have to be sick and delusional in all their brains. You understand what I'm saying? Why he giving public servants and them 4%, you take 40-something%. While you going to get back pay, the others waiting with their mouth open and dry. They haven't get nothing in the past 9 years. You understand what I'm saying? That is where you call one man love all for himself and don't give a damn about anybody else around. Trinbagonians all have to stop that styling. Start to treat all yourself the way that all is supposed to be treated, with love, dignity, and pride. All the neighbor string buried here in this land. And at the ending of the day, all you have to reap the benefit. Why are you allowing other people to reap the benefit? Why does all you keep putting people in front of all you? Stop that. All you need to stop that, Trinbagonians. We pleading for all you to change all your mindset. And thank God the word on the ground is so far. The changing, some of them changing their mindset, the real hardcore ones and them. You've seen it all up on the social media, they're talking about it. They say PNM in a hot state, in a hot mess, in a hot everything. But they're playing it down low. They're playing hush-hush. PNM in a sting state. And there's nothing to bring it back. PNM is done mash up. PNM is out of the race. PNM done dead. As we say, Trinbagonians, PNM nothing. Yellow is the code. And is
I will finish it for she, and is that. Mikey, a pleasant good morning to you, my brother.
Good morning to you, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, Lennox Smith. Morning to our technical director. Hey, to our Gael family, to all the folks across the CARICOM region, good morning that are locked on, the diaspora out there in the UK, out there in North America, wherever you are, and of course, Sister Isle Tobago. And right here, to all the ground reporters, all the corridor transformers, all the observers, good morning to each and every one of you. Yes, and it's that, gentlemen. What's a lot is taking place, boy. A lot of people coming out that you haven't heard in a while, making statements. Boy, I tell you, you know it's about that time. It's close to it. Well, gentlemen, where we at? What's up?
Valley said it. Valley said it in music. He said that, of course, it's party time. And
Party time, right?
all Zandolis will certainly come out of the woodwork, so to speak. So that is the manifestation. Of course, but there are those who are going into the woodwork. MSJ has said that they will not be contesting on the other side. On the other side, if Miss Woodbrook will have her way, the others will follow suit. The Hope and the NTA, etc. But it appears that there are some who are prepared to lie down, and there are others who are prepared to stand up. Even though, of course,
I guess go the distance.
A weak stance.
Yeah, go the distance.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are talking out against that statement that was made by Dr. Rowley. I mean, the police commissioner earlier said police not hiding in the stations. That's a statement from the Commissioner of Police earlier here.
A very rare one, disagreeing with the so whether by verbal or by action, by staying silent. You could agree with someone by staying silent. And of course, on this occasion, she decided to speak out, and she spoke, of course, categorically that she disagrees with the notion that they are hiding in the station. in the night. And Dr. Rowley, normally with his drama, we saw him, of course, in the parliament for the first time, of course, with respect to those bogus emails. Well, he was at it again when he said, of course, in the night, and they are hiding from, of course, the bandits, etc. All of that is designed to do what? To convince the population and to put them in a panic that there's a justification for that state of emergency. That is what that was all about.
And you're right. And you're right. He has a way that he sensationalized things, of course, try to gain political traction. This is a man who left the comfort of his vehicle to shelter in the rain because of the ground report. And you're right. You have email gates. You have all of these things, just putting it out there, of course, trying to see what he could gain as far as political sympathy, have his minions repeat it and say, Dr. Rowley is correct, you know. And of course, Mr. Hines talking about it's what I believe he believes saying that that's true. Well, I mean, Hines would know as a former member of the TTPS, maybe when he was a policeman, he used to hide from the criminal elements. He accustomed to that. And that's basically what he's telling us. But you can't tell me, a man, Kamala isn't running. But you say the police running. Right? But you's a man looking to collect about $1 million in back pay. All that money. And you looking to run. And somebody who just being offered 4%. You don't think they want to safeguard their life too? Only your life matters, or in this country, only rowdy life matters. And then after that is the PNM. That is how they do. I show when they pray, that's how they just pray. They don't pray to God, but they pray to the PNM, the Balize, almighty Balize. You getting all that money and you running. The police getting what? 4% for putting their lives on the line. And you talking about the hiding? But who can hide more than you? You hiding from the fact that the forex is a challenge. Poor infrastructure, poor healthcare. You said 2,000 plus students fell through the cracks. Babies dying in the NICU. Mismanagement of the economy. Missing money. All that you running from because you don't want that headache. But you want other people who get a little kakada when the month come, who trying to reach back home to their family safely. This is what you go do to destroy their morale, to bring down their confidence. You working for the criminals, Lord. You understand this, fella?
But Hines displayed a true narcoleptic quality or characteristic, sleepy-headed. Because just the other day, just before they went into the parliament to get the extension of the SOE, he did say that the criminals are on the run. They're on the run. But in the parliament, he's agreeing with Rowley that the police officers, in fact, are on the run, and of course have covered to the bandits and criminals. Come on, make up your mind, Hines. Make up your mind.
Yeah, but the police can't run and put nobody in their place, though. They understand their responsibility. You running and looking for somebody else now to come in who's just as bad as you are. Because everything they learn in politics, they learn from you. So what are they going to give us? Arrogance, lies, and who we have on the outside here. Good morning again.
And contempt, of course. And
morning, nobody here. We got any guy Griffith thing. I've held my tongue, but no, this one is bad. I have always stood behind Gary Griffith for one reason. You see those Damon vessels, those 6 Damon vessels I've always been going on about? It is Gary Griffith that was responsible for that. And he did it the proper way. He set up the Naval Asset Acquisition and Implementation Team, which is some defense experts, some Coast Guard people, some finance people, and so on, to go find the best vessels, Coast Guard vessels for our needs, because our coastline was open. And back in 2015, they did, and we got those vessels, and they are some of the best in the world. And yes, they replaced the OPVs, which were completely useless. You can't patrol 6 coastlines with 3 vessels. You need 12, and we got 12. But besides all that, I've always stood by Gary Griffith for that one thing. The only thing I've ever ripped on him for is accepting to be police commissioner. Because it cannot be that the same person who said that you tried to kill a journalist through email gate is the same person who hired you as police commissioner. The optics of that is horrible. Yes, you did well as a police commissioner, but you should not have accepted the role on principle. But this one with your cousin, no. It's a bridge too far. It cannot be that you as the arresting officer, you said is you arrest you. Right? It cannot be that you kept it quiet, clearly for the optics and the politics of it. Cannot be that you as the arresting officer was a family to the person, and you're seeing that that person clearly got huge preferential treatment. The rumor is she is out of the country. It cannot be you were arrested on drug charges and you're allowed to leave the country. That looks bad. It demonstrates the typical corruption that we know this country to be. And I understand she's in Venezuela. And if, from what you yourself say, the way how you said it too, it sounds like you're defending her and you're defending Stuart Young. Right? And no. So, Gary Griffith, you'll have to take a L on this one.
Paula, you're sure right, man. Yeah, I give Jackie to Jackie. You're sure right. People, I always say, people come out and are doing their own business like nothing is happening every day. I see that. People shopping, grocery full, they go about their business, they go by the beach. Not to say nothing right happening, not to say that people are supposed to have a good time, no problem. But I'm seeing that people don't care. People don't care. If they had cared, they would not have this rolling going at that distance to do all what they do today. They don't care.
In this country, once you say anything against the UNC, you are considered a PNM. That is why all the people who are trying to come and support the UNC, they will never support them. Because as you say anything, you mustn't say, or you could say the word against the PNM. But as anybody, regardless of who it is, Gary Griffith, if Philip Alexander come tomorrow and say something negative about Kamala, or they will condemn him and criticize him and call him all kind of names the same way. Why always so?
You're going through some changes there, boy,
Yeah,
and
my
we'll continue to
slip
we'll
through.
continue to pray for you. We'll continue to pray for you. We are there, Andy.
I think because he mixing up UNC and PNM. Because for the last time I checked, is the PNM was of course castigating the UNC to the point where they got into open because of that, and of course they should be charged for treason. The PNM, that is, having of course bought those bogus emails, and of course reached as far as to say that of course they were conspiring to kill a journalist. I thought that was a PNM. I suppose he probably is in reverse mode.
Yeah. We'll continue to pray for him. We are.
They came together to form a whole. They have the same common purpose, and they have their belief, and they look after their nation. And everybody who is in that body are united. When we bring people from other parties, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. And within the partnership, over the years, we would have seen people who are very arrogant and who want to be part of it. They want to be part of the UNC, that united body. We don't want any partnership. We want the United National Congress. So all those who are arrogant, all those who can't stand a female, in charge of them, that's the way to keep them out. Have a good day.
Yeah, interesting political
Gentlemen,
battle.
good morning, and to our Home Report family. Now, after I visited my clinic at the local health center, I was given a letter to job at Mount Hope Hospital in the urology department. And they told me that within 2 months, after I received a small slip from them, that they would call me within 2 months. Well, lo and behold, December was coming to an end, and I haven't gotten that call yet, so I decided to call. And the phone was ringing off the hook. Believe me, nobody answering your phone. So I thought they're on Christmas vacation in that department. Well, I decided to call 2 days ago. When I called, someone answered the phone there. Yes, someone answered the phone and told me if no one hasn't called me as yet. I said no. They said, well, they're experiencing a backlog and they will give me a call. Someone will call me at the end of this month. So you see, if you are really hoping or dying, in fact, if you are dying and you really need this health service in this country, well, God, as they say, crap or smoke your pipe. So this is where healthcare service in this country is. And there is not only that problem, there is a shortage of medication in the health department. Also, yes, there is. So, gentlemen, people call every day, people complain, people beg, people plead, to no avail. All they are studying is young and who to vote for, who to support and who not to support, while the masses suffers in this country. Gentlemen, have a blessed day for your human service to this country. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. All right, all of the lines are open and we await your voice notes. Yeah, Mikey Lennox, go ahead.
Well, Mikey, you raised
Yeah.
in your opening presentation the whole question of Dr. Rowley and putting the police in jeopardy and that statement. What have you built in addition to the obvious? Because clearly looking to justify the SOE, looking to get political mileage, looking to be acceptable, electable, and of course nothing we have heard with respect to when an election will be called. The PNM is putting their internal, what I consider to be shenanigans or their implosive contradictions within in place. Wise, of course, the country seems to be on autopilot.
Well, I think Lennox basically, Dr. Rowley at this point in time feels free that he can make these open expressions because he no longer has anything to lose. He no longer has that responsibility moving forward. He's on pre-retirement leave as prime minister, not as political leader. And if you notice, the man who is all set to take that position isn't making any sort of comments. And if he does, it's very carefully structured, very cautious about it. So my thing is basically Dr. Rowley is free to make his statement, and that's what he wants. He wants us to look at him, continue, according to them, to demonize him, because fresh thing coming in. But at the end of it all, there were questions that were not answered by the incoming Prime Minister, the man who's supposed to take over. Opposition MP Dr. Rudan Munilal accused Tiotiong of being in contempt of Parliament as he failed to provide details of his secret meetings in Venezuela, such as who he met with and the agenda. Munilal also questioned why Young traveled to Venezuela with a commander from the Defense Force to discuss energy matters. Is that how it's conducted? Perhaps maybe Kevin Ramnarine or David Lee, somebody with a background in the whole energy sector, could tell us if that's the norm. Also, he asked why $62,000 was spent for the minister to travel to Venezuela for 1 day, February 14th to the 15th. He didn't spend time with his loved one on Valentine's Day. This was too important. For 1 day last year with an interpreter. Why was that necessary? And of course, these are the questions that he really wanted answered by Minister Young, the man who was going to take the position as Prime Minister. A, the number of occasions on which you travel to that country. B, the official agenda of each meeting held. C, a list of all the officials in attendance at each meeting. And D, the cost of travel, accommodation, and other expenses to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for your attendance at each meeting. Young fail to answer the questions. Young fail to answer the questions.
All right,
This is
hold
what
1
we have
minute,
been
you hold
focusing
1
on.
minute. Hold 1 minute. Go ahead, caller.
Morning again, gentlemen. Barack Paul here.
Good morning.
One more to add to Mikey issue there. Remember, Stuart Young and Rowley went to Australia and buy 2 boats, which we find out now is not compatible for the waters that we have in Trinidad. And secondly, they ain't going with a captain, they ain't going with an engineer. So I don't know if they feel that they was going to buy some dinghy to protect the borders of Trinidad and Tobago. But 2 of them went and make that purchase of billions of Trinidad, US dollars to purchase that boat. But to my point now, you know, I just wonder if it is that people in this country just something wrong with we, or it's just natural dotishness. They're just stupid. To be coming and trying to justify a wrong by looking for another wrong to justify it with. Now, if a man come, most of the people in this calling to this program, this calling to try to bring awareness to people that the last 9 years of Rowley governance was filled with lies and deceit, corruption, and every single thing. It is a nightmare for Trinidad and Tobago. So obviously, if somebody calling to try to explain the bad of the last government with Rowley, they would be pointing out things that they do. They may come in here to tell you, hey, hear what? Kamla do this, so look, Rowley do that. We had a case with where Stuart Young daughter and this one and that. We want a case with that. You have to be real dotish to call on this program and somebody trying to look for betterment for Trinidad and Tobago by comparing 2 wrong. If I have a son and he is on drugs, he thieving, he doing all kind of things, you feel like going to tell the police, hey, hear what, I need help with this boy. This is what he is doing. He's a thief, he on drugs, he's selling out all my jewelry and all this kind of thing. I want a little help me in that. You feel like go and tell the police, hear what, you know my son has wiped the counter clean and he's mowed the lawn and he does thing. Obviously now that could be changing the focus of the message I want to send and the help I need to get to fix a problem. So this is something the PNM people has always used. They just try to use negative to compare with negative of the PNM to justify it, to say, okay, it's all right. So if, like how did they say, well, all our thief is we turn now, we don't want that. If you fear and you want to be for country, don't study what somebody else do. Study how we're going to fix it. So you cannot use your neighbor get horn to justify your horn and continue getting horn. We are not in that dotishness. We want to move this place forward. What mistakes was made when we was in government, we will fix that. But we have come here to justify your wrongdoing with what happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So come out with that dotish talk. Carry that on Google Station, Aisha Wells and them, and talk them dotishness. They got clap with this next idiot. We talk about jumping people fence and all this kind of thing. Carry that day. So they go congratulate you and continue. Yeah, so why did they talk about this one? And why did they talk about Kamla? And why did they talk about David Lee and thing? We not for that here. We for 9 years of lies, deceit, murders, extortion, all this, that is the focus on Trinidad and Tobago and where we want to go. We want to hear nothing about, well, this one and that one. A decision is to be made. You get on, is either you keep the woman and stay quiet, or you get rid of she and done the talk and move on. That is what we about. So, you see this dotishness to come and say you for country, and you come to justify what Mr. Puna say and dismiss him and all this kind of thing. Take that and rock so with it. And it's that. Have a good morning.
Go ahead, next caller.
And is that. Go ahead.
Very interesting indeed.
Morning, welcome.
Hello, good morning. Andy, Mikey, Lennox. Tuna Puna here again for that.
Go ahead.
Right. Now, I want to just show us, just draw a reference. The fellow who criticized me for making the comment and saying about I only looking at one side of the coin. America has sent extradition letter people here to come and take people who are involved in drugs and whatnot in America. Just recently, about last week or thereabout, they came and they took one out a guy that was wanted in America. So, Keith Rowley made a statement about a journalist and the Prime Minister and Gary Griffith too, the Commissioner of Police, planning to kill a journalist. He has not been charged. He went on to make another statement just recently about the members of the SSA is planning a coup. No investigation, no charges laid against him for making these allegations. That could tantamount to treason. Huh? Now, the reason I'm telling this idiot who called to criticize me, because the American government came and extradited a person here for drugs. But we have a prominent MP, a minister, whose stepdaughter is involved in drugs and gun racketeering. But she has been sent out of the country. And no child, and that issue is dead. This is the point I am raising. In addition to that, with Paula Gopi's son and Suzette Martin, these are high-profile people. Now, the point I am making is that we have to take the necessary action if we want to talk about dealing with crime and what have you, to bring these people to justice, and not to just make a statement and whatnot. Now, the reason why the fella talk about that I only looking at one side of the coin, and why not they didn't deal with Monilal and whatnot and things. Monilal's case was just an allegation. There's nothing that been proven. It's the same way they did with Finbar Ganga, who was the energy minister under the Pandey government. It was the same issue with Sadiq Bash, with the member of the Pandey government, with the drugs thing in the water tank and whatnot. And then Finbar Ganga with the energy sector and whatnot. And eventually all these things just prolonged for years and years and damage these people's reputation. They, in contest, in election and whatnot. And eventually it come and it gets thrown out. So these are just allegations as it relates to the same thing they do with Monilal. But I made reference to people who have been charged. Paula Gopi's son has been charged. Suzanne Martin has been charged. The Chot Young stepdaughter has been charged. So the difference is people who have to face the court are not being brought to justice. And as compared to what you're talking about with Monilal and Gerald Ramdeep and all these other people, these were mere allegations. Nothing has been proven. These people have not been have to face the court. But you see, what they do is they try to destroy and tarnish the image of the opposition party. And this is what they're doing here with this SOE. They're going to go after people. That's who they feel is, against them. And I'm warning, you see the ground report? You see the justification when Rowley said that he's going to deal with the ground report. You see what has happened now? Eventually they're off the air. This is how they will find the justice. And I always say this, Gary Griffith, you in your quest to get the commissioner of police, you have this country in this predicament today. Because if it is that you were so thirsty to get the job of commissioner of police, why the hell didn't you charge Keith Rowley for that allegation with the email gate? But you so wanted the job that you say, look, there is nothing further to investigate. And eventually they gave you the job, and then he turned around and kicked you in your backside. Understand what I'm saying, Gary Griffith? So don't come with this kind of thing. And now you're coming to defend your the girl with the drug thing with who is Young stepdaughter and saying it's your family and whatnot, and she made a mistake and all this kind of thing. Gary Griffith, let me tell you something. All I had to get real. And as I say this again to this country, the only people who is standing up in defense of this country It's Kamla Prasad Bissessa and the UNC members. Understand this? No other institution, no other people. Because if all these people were speaking on the chamber of commerce, the business sector, the law association, and everybody was speaking on, when you have the issues that was raised in the parliament and was being shut down by the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate, if all had come out and open all blasted out, today the country wouldn't have been in this crisis. Because you know why? It was the moral for all to do that. But all you feel if all you open all your mouth, all you are giving credence and support to the UNC, and all you, because all you is associated with the PNM, all you didn't want that to happen. So all that is happening today, everybody, all you created this situation. Understand that. Thank you very much, brothers.
Thank you.
Oh boy, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is scary there, Andy. Very, very scary. I don't know if you have any calls or there, but again, these questions that Dr. Munilal once answered is some very, very important, very critical questions. I mean, you're just coming out and saying that over a 2-year period, the cost of the travel was $1.2 million. All right, that's some of the information, but at the end of it all, who did you meet? What was your official agenda? How many times you went? You know, all of these things. Who's the officials? Who in attendance at the meeting? We don't know anything. We in the dark. Now imagine you promising us, you telling us that, listen, in a few years, in 2027, we go benefit. You go have a windfall of money. Things going to be better. You could untighten your belt. You could whatever. You telling us all of that. But we don't know nothing about it. We know nothing about it. This worse than DSS? I mean, where does this windfall coming from? Who did you meet? Who was there? What was the agenda? Go ahead.
Morning, caller.
Hey, Andy, morning. Mikey, this is your neighbor, Lennox, morning.
Hey, morning, neighbor. Yeah, brother.
One thing, I'll have to correct you, Napuna. Stuart Young's stepdaughter was arrested by Guy Gifford. They was never proven that she was charged, eh? She was arrested, yes, because everybody was on site and so on. But it was never proven that she was charged. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Morning, caller.
Hey, Andy, morning to you, Lennox and Mikey. I want to congratulate David Abdullah for leaving the way clear for Cameron to rock this PNM off the feet.
So the DPP can't tell us whether she was charged? Because that way the instructions had to come from, right? All right.
Andy,
who's on the outside?
Mikey,
as far as Susan Martin is concerned, the DPP withdrew that matter. It was slated for airing in the court, and he withdrew it. Right. So just to update people on that particular issue, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, one of them.
All right. Thank you very much. Morning, caller.
Yeah, I say morning. Hello.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, I say morning to you. Well, my sister, I'm late, boy. I say good morning to you, Mikey. Good morning to you, Andy. Good morning to you, Lennox. And Mikey, I want to thank you for your asking your questions about that. What Dr. Mudila read there, right? And I know people in following American politics because it done over, but under Joe Biden government, before he leave, he sanctioned 14 Maduro friends. His friends and his island. 14 of them get sanctioned. And some days ago, Joe Biden was in an interview and they asked him, they said, but they sanctioned people around Venezuela and things. They said, why didn't sanction the oil? He said that he on the way out, and he didn't get much time to go through the files and things, but you see, he leave it up to the next president coming there. So it's simple. It's very simple. This country, if we make a mistake and put back Dr. Rowdy, not Dr. Rowdy, but Stuart Young and the PNM, this country will be serious. It will be a backlash. It will be a backlash. Because these was make that in dark places. You can remember when media went over there once, the media was pushed out by Nicholas Maduro bodyguard because they was going into the room and sign and talk. So we media could push them out, embarrass them. And then he was coming back from there. When he done Sunny deal, he was have a glass in his hand, drinking and talking with the reporters and them on a plane. That is when our reporters was pushed back. That is the only time our reporters fly with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And after that, they never fly again with the Prime Minister. People have to understand that where Dr. Rowley gets his evidence to go in Parliament and be so reckless, be so the person what they know him as a dog. Why he went there to damage the police service? Why he went into scandal and incumbent no plans? Because I don't mind to come and say it. But after you see that, it didn't get, because if you know police to them off the lights and hiding from criminals, what the government doing about that? What the government doing about that? You ain't give no solution on your scandal talk. And because as everybody don't know, you go in, but they go find you, They go find you and they will investigate you. So don't care where you go. Remember your family living in America. So the government what come in? They go find them. Because how after 9 years, and you know something, 33 years, they go Martin West. The people get more poor. The people more poverty down there, more murders and killing down in these areas. Dr. Rowley, your legacy will be by you, The people will judge you. The people will tell you. You can't tell us what is your legacy, We will tell you what is your legacy, So when they want to praise and say, well, you leave no legacy in this country, And that's why I say, we must be wiped. We know your face will still be in the airport and these kind of things. But we must never know, we must never teach our children about this last 9 years. We must never teach our children must know about this Prime Minister. We must always know him as one of the worst. He built back chambers, he built back everybody. You cannot do that. You cannot just go in Parliament and say something reckless and careless, and income no plan with it, income no vision with it. It's sad to see how we country running now. Very sad to see. Our country is running by people who they believe that there's a class of people where the family getting contract millions of dollars. Ronan Sinanan come up on a stage and put a carry box and tell the people of this country how much money could fit in a carry box. Only how you would know that. Only how you have to have that kind of money to know how that kind of money could fit in a carry box. Don't get tired of these people thieving. And the only show we would know is when they lost power. That's the only how we will know when they lost power in this country, because the information there. The information there. And when they lost power, we have to run in one time and make sure they burn papers and share papers.
So true. Oh boy.
So, as I close, we have to fight. And we are fighting evil. And I am asking the question as I go. And the fact is there that under Joe Biden, again, the reward was 15 million. Joe Biden raised it to about 25 million, if I'm not mistaken, or more. Right? I am asking the question. if a warrant out for Nicholas Maduro, I am asking question, there's any warrant out for Dr. Rowley? Anybody know about that? I'm asking the question. I want to know. I want to know. Because Dr. Rowley tell us he and Nicholas Maduro are his friends. And Nicholas Maduro have over 5 million people running from your country. And that is your friend. Nicholas Maduro charged by America by drug trafficking. And that is your friend. Show me your friend, Dr. Rowley. And I will tell you is, yes, you say the enemy is my friend. Show me your friend. I will tell you who he is, Dr. Rowley. Thank you very much.
Yes, so true. Thank you very much. Oh boy.
Yeah, don't get them time to shred people. Who you have out there? This is serious business, boy. I tell you. And I agree with Kingsley on that. That must be
Gentlemen,
wiped out
good.
altogether. There should be no mention of this man's name. Who's on the outside?
Gentlemen, good morning, and to our Ground Report family. Now, after I visited my clinic at the local health center, I was given a letter to job at Mount Hope Hospital in the urology department. And they told me that within 2 months after I received
Oh, we did heard that. Let me take a call. Morning caller.
Good morning, Andy, Mikey, Lennox, Trinidad, and Tobago. I have a question, Andy.
You're sounding real low, but go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. My question is with regard to the retirement of the Prime Minister. So the Saturday going to deal with whatever people were going to be finalized at the end of February. And after that, he would resign and he would give us.
You're coming across really poor caller. Your call coming across poor. We will want to hear you.
Yeah, we want to hear you clearly, but we can't hear you.
Do you want to? Let me hear.
You hear me better now?
Yeah, we hear you better now.
Okay. All right. So with regard to the retirement,
Nah, we ain't hearing you better.
Sorry.
Try back the
Sorry,
next
we need
line
to
you
call
calling,
back
or try
another
next
connection
line.
or
Try the
something. Is that a WhatsApp
225-6644. We ain't
Is it
hearing
a
you too
WhatsApp
good.
call?
Nah, we ain't hearing you. Oh boy.
All right. Was that a WhatsApp call, Andy?
Nah, that was a landline call, so she could just have a call
All
back.
right,
We'll
very,
see.
very sure. Yeah,
Morning
the
caller.
connection just wasn't good. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, we hearing you.
I
Yes,
still
yes.
not tapping my phone enough because the phone cut off in the middle of my last contribution.
Oh.
Anyway, with regards to the pension benefit, I heard that the paperwork for this new pension is going to be finalized in February, and most likely he would be resigning after that so that he could get his full pension benefit. My question, they have selected Mr. Young to be the new Prime Minister. Is it really true that if he could act as Prime Minister for a few months, when the general election comes, we know we're going to put them out. There will be some kind of special black magic. The Prime Minister had to run
No,
to
but
win the
Mr.
next election.
Young wouldn't be acting as a prime minister. Yeah?
Well, he would be the
Mr.
Prime
Young
Minister.
will be the prime minister.
Right, but that would
Yeah.
be only for a few months. My question, when they lose the election, I'm trying to speak positively because words have power, and if we keep saying that, the party that we want to win would lose, that's what we're putting into the universe. So I'm going to say the UNC is going to win the next election. Is it
Right.
really true that Mr. Young will be collecting the pension for the rest of his life? The pension of the Prime Minister for the rest
Of the new
life?
Prime Minister, I believe
Yes.
so. I think that's what we heard, yeah.
I think we really need to look at our constitution, because I can't understand how they could say that, the country has no money and we're in dire straits and we're offering public sector workers 4%, taking 47%, and you could act in a position for a few months and
Yeah,
get
I
80
think
something
I think
$1,000
Lennox was
a month.
pulling up that information. Lennox did mention that. I know
But
he was
that's not his
looking at
life.
that. So I don't know if he's still on or if he's around. But if he could clear that up for this caller, please.
For that.
What's
This is
that?
madness.
I was a bit
No, she wants to know that she wants to know within that time period if he will be collecting the new pension as a prime minister.
Young,
yes,
Stuart Young.
if he is there one day as
Yeah.
prime minister,
Right.
He's
Okay.
entitled to the pension because he was a prime
We
minister.
need
That's
to
right.
change that as a country because this is rape in a nation. How could this be right? People will work years and miss a couple contributions for the pension and they say that they don't qualify because they didn't make the 700 and something contributions. And you want to tell me you work in a position for a few months, not even a year, and you entitled to 80 something $1,000 a month for the rest of your life? This is somebody not handsome mouth, you know. This is somebody collecting millions in rent every year from this nation. How much? This is crazy. How could this, according to the Prime Minister, how could this be permitted? Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Wow. It really is crazy. All right, let me organize and take our next call.
It really is. It's a burden of the taxpayers from day one. That's the reality. It's a burden to taxpayers from day one. Right. But these questions have to be answered. Eh?
Andy William and crew really don't have money to give pensioners, but they have money to do good of them.
Good morning again. Good morning again, Andy. Yeah, boy, Kingsley might be on a good page there, you know. It's why probably they extend their SOE so that they could start to destroy papers, you know, and just leave a few of them around, take things off the computers on them. You understand? But I guess unless they destroy that whole computer with all the information and thing on it, they will be able to know and trace it back to where the money gone, as it is say. You know, away.
Good morning. I'm calling from the great city of Shogunas. Just remember the color, the code is yellow. I would like to see people in Trinidad and Tobago putting on yellow every Friday. Friday is the day for yellow. Fly the yellow flag in the front of your house, in the car. Just remember the good the UNC did in 5 years. And if you look
Just fly the yellow, man. Fly the yellow.
Oh boy.
Fly
The
the
color
yellow.
is yellow. The color is yellow.
Yeah, but
man.
let me say something here, Andy. The
Yeah.
fact of the matter is that, as you can see what's happening with the program, people are trying to basically make sense of the narrative. I mean, it's been 9 years plus. All right, let's be real about it. Let's look at it for what it really is. Why is it that we are in a position currently where we have to question everything, every statement that the government makes, and every move that they make? And 99.9% of the time, the issue has nothing to do with making our lives better. I don't understand that. Who signed on for all this instability? Who signed on for all this chaos? Who signed on for all this mayhem? Who signed on for all of that? And that man is correct. You have to wave the yellow flag because it is the United National Congress that is going to restore some sort of social political sanity in this country. Look at where we're at. That a man could just get up and move vai without us knowing anything. We are the main stakeholders. Imagine you working in a company and the boss don't even know what your intentions are. You just have a hidden agenda moving around the company. You have to go. If you were given a mandate by the majority Did they sign on to all this madness? By now you have to be fed up. By now you have to be totally frustrated. You have no money. You don't have access to nothing. Whatever little business you have, it trying its best to keep the lights on. You can't get Forex. The whole institution has crashed. And when you are looking at the authorities to say, listen, with good governance, you could help with many of these things, you're getting no assistance, no help. You have a prime minister who's simply running from the position. Yeah? When we're trying to raise Sharon to tell them, hey, no matter how tough times are, you have to hold it then. You have to stay in. You have to make sure and ride it out. But here you have the prime minister of the country who just simply, he don't have to tell us that I just feel like it's time for me to go. I want to spend time with my family. But who's stopping you? You can't balance your workload out. You can't balance your, it's simple. Time spent on golf course should be with family. Everything else, work in the interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. How is that so difficult? We could set up your schedule for you. Simple like that. All-inclusive fete? No. Go and work. Golf course? No. With family. Traveling up and down? No. See what the people business. And I said, we fix that right. You can't do that? You can't do that? That you just up and run like a coward. How did we get to this? Who signed on for this madness? Whether you have a P&M party card, whether your mother was P&M, your father was P&M, whether you're going to be P&M until you die, at the end of the day, I stick him at my own. You see me as long as I have my people. All right, but you still didn't sign on for this. We know you're mad. We know you don't care. We know you're driven and engineered by racism. Okay, so all logic is out the window. But you telling me you happy with this? You could boldly and confidently tell anybody, you as a PNMite, you happy with this madness? You're going by the busloads down the road to see if you can get Penny to be the leader. They slap you in your face, no Penny. You insist this is the man that you had to go with. After a poll was taken and Penny beat Young in the poll, these are the same people who like to tell you the voice of the people is the voice of God. Conveniently, because you never hear the voice of the people. Your own people don't want Young. We don't want Young. Everything he learned from you. His arrogance from you, his cockiness from you, his disrespect from you. He has learned nothing as far as delivering and serving the people of this country because you never did it, so he can never learn it from you. You're going still at him now in the 11th hour when it's time to ride out so we can live better. We did not sign on for this madness. Take this madness out your head. It's either you're going and start voting in your own interest or stay home because you can't keep voting against yourself. You ain't tired beating up yourself. You ain't tired robbing yourself. You ain't tired depriving yourself. You depriving yourself of happiness. It's you that we can all live better. But you want to hold on to this P&M circus that every Monday morning is an issue. And none of the issues pertain to making our lives better. You recuse yourself from cabinet numerous times because what? Your constituency didn't have water? Because crime was taking over the area? The fact of the matter, there were no grants for disability. The fact that the people who are most vulnerable didn't get help. Why? Because they wanted to get more hampers? No, because it was your business. You, yourself, your finances, your friends, your family. That's why you recuse yourself from cabinet. This entire thing has nothing to do with us, but we have to do the most suffering. Come on, man. We have to live better. We must live better.
So first thing, that caller is a liar. It was sent on several occasions that she was my family member. What it shows is that we, somebody like Gary Griffith, had the ethics and moral standard to bypass the fact that she was family, and I went out of my way to have her charged and to ensure that she went before the court. If it is that you all are such illiterates not to understand that after the court, it is the court that gives bail. The same way that when we instead defended every single gang leader and got them out on bail, and some of them abroad as well, but you instead have a problem with that because we instead is all the candidates. So what is the problem that I did wrong? What it is that I did wrong? Not one member of UNC will have the balls to have done what I did. Where it is I will stay to my oath in office and make sure that the person will be arrested and charged. And after the person is charged, if the court give her bail, as they gave bail with the other 3 people, so she shouldn't get bail and the other 3 in that same house got bail, all the gang leaders that we instead released, that went, they got bail, that was okay. But because they get bail, let us say that the reason they get bail is because Gary Griffith was her relative. And you Here, why you all bring callers who are illiterate? What is the charge you could charge Keith Rowley for? For if it is he got a piece of paper and he said that this piece of paper is something that came to me and he sent it in Parliament to say that there was a criminal thing. He didn't go to the police, so he can be charged for wasting police time. So what is the charge for me to charge him? You know what Ground Report has been now? An avenue for illiterates to call with actually no fact, and you all accept it and allow it without trying to get the right people to be able to counter the bullshit that is being said on Ground Report. What is the charge? Tell me, name the charge you could charge Keith Rowley for Emailgate.
Thank you, Gary. Let me take a next call. You can't use them kind of thing there, that kind of language. Oh boy. Let me take a call. Oh boy. Let me take a next call.
Again, who sign on for this? Oh
boy.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, the lines are open. You take a next call. Other callers. I'll take some voice notes well, now, I don't think we may have time for no voice notes. All right. Well, nobody... go ahead, caller. Morning.
Hey, Andy, morning to you like Lennox and Mikey. Why gotta give you those shorty trap? I'm coming and insulting the Ground Report.
Caller there?
Yeah, Mikey, I hear. What are you in there?
Morning.
Yeah, we are in here. Right. Where you say?
Why gotta you give you those shorty trap and attacking the Ground Report? We feel it is a free for all here, what? If Brent Thomas did there in Barbados, we would have never know what's going on. Right? We would have never know what's going on, correct? And let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
We would have never known nothing. I want to know which French, Creole, or Portuguese will vote for Cho Chung after what happened to Brent Thomas. That ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. I telling you that, Mikey. So this thing about Cho Chung collecting money when he come Prime Minister, that can't happen. And I want to congratulate David Abdullah for coming out of the way and leaving the coast clear for cannot to run amok when the election come and win win easy. And the rest of them should do the same thing. Don't stand in the way of the UNC. Leave the coast clear for cannot to win the election. That's what I want to say this morning, Mikey. Thank you for the call. Right?
All right, partner. Next caller. Morning caller.
Listener, Andy, Mikey, and Lennox, tell Gary Griffith to call this station to use them kind of language for them to close it off. When he was commissioner of police, he know plenty thing we could have deal with it. So why he didn't deal with it? He talk about wages and this one and that one and that one. Why he didn't deal with it? Tell Gary Griffith don't feel everybody is fool with his stupidness, boy. Don't call this station and use no kind of foreign language to plan because you vex people on the Ground Report calling and talking about what you say about your family. Is you will start that. Why didn't stay silent? You like to talk too much. When you want to talk as commissioner with the wrong way going on and hold people for mismanagement and all the corruption, you ain't doing nothing but you want to call now and play. You're using things for them to stop the program, boy. Gary Griffith, boy. God go deal with all you know.
Yeah, but Malcolm, let me ask you, Malcolm X.
He gone there, but you go ahead now. You can actually go call back.
But Mr. Griffith said that he is not the first time he mentioned that it's his family member. He said he could go back and check the records. He said when it took place, he made it quite clear openly that is his family member. He also said that he is not the prosecuting arm of the judiciary or the legal system, as the case may be. You know, his thing is to go after perpetrators. When it comes to giving bail, the TTPS has no jurisdiction over that. He, as commissioner, had no jurisdiction over that, and so on and so on. What do you say when he made these statements, what are your thoughts, people? But that's what he said.
All right, let me take our next call. Morning, caller.
Good morning. Tell Guy Griffith to do so. When he say Rowley had offered him 50,000 or 50 million, he never said whether he took it or not, though. He never took it. He said he offered it. He never said whether he took it or not. Tell Guy Griffith to do so, eh?
Oh, this is going to be a heated political battle. Go ahead.
Wow. The line's open earlier.
Yeah, Andy, it's going to be a heated political battle back and forth.
Yeah, man.
And the thing about it, we can't let the real substance of this thing just simply, get tied up in that and disappear. Dr. Munilal asked some serious questions. These questions, of course, need to be answered. We demand answers because things can't go on and we in the dark. How much time you going to be in the dark? When are you going to start manning your own register? People talking about getting your savings. They want to know how much money you have in the bank. I mean, come on. This information, critical information, I mean, is it going to be used to put a system in place to help you? It doesn't seem that way. The bottom line is the question is, now that we've reached this far, at this point, do you trust this government? It's not about one person, whether it's Young or Rowley, but all of them collectively when it comes to the PNM. Because according to Kingsley, their name should no longer be mentioned as part of any legacy in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to politics and the fact that they didn't serve the people. So what say you? Do you trust any part of them at all?
Do you all trust any part? As Mikey said, the lines are open. Only have the lines, the numbers to call. Oh boy. 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give you a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053.
Listen, before any statement, before I'll be wrapping up close, just to let the people know, of course, this evening, yes, the Observer will be on and on Gael and streaming on Real Media TT, and of course, followed at 8 o'clock by our very own Lennox Smith Corridor Transformation. I had to get that in before we go. Lennox, you had something to say?
Well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow because I see that we got the better Irie part of Gary Griffith. But of course, wasting police time. I think there was in fact an investigation, so therefore that could have been pursued. But I understand his constraint as far as the emails are concerned because the deputy DPP did in fact give a comprehensive statement indicating that of course the thing is almost in the script. But of course, built into her statement was the possibility of several infringement. But I take the fact that if the DPP didn't give instructions, then of course they themselves cannot do it on their own volitions. But certainly there are other things that clearly Rowley is criminally liable for. Gary Griffith himself, of course, mentioned it as far as the intervention in the matter of the shortlist of the Police Service Commission and so on. But then one can argue that he was not in charge at that time either. By that time he was dismissed from effectively I should say dismissed from
Hi, morning again. Seeing that Mr. Griffith is listening, he said that there was no crime that he could have arrested the Prime Minister for. Okay, let's give him that. But I have a question. Is there any crime that, I mean, you said so much when you were removed from the position of a police commissioner, right? You said so much without saying much. That you had so much evidence of this and that and the other. And up to now, we're still waiting to hear what it is, Mr. Griffith. Is it just talk? Do you not care about the nation? Let me ask you some questions that you may be able to answer. Whatever came out of the incident where the men fell off the chair and died, do you know anything about that? What about the incident on the mover where the 3 men were murdered and you could actually see the video with the police moving cameras and all these type of things? You could give us any response to that? What about with the protests and the riots that stemmed from that incident where the pregnant woman lost her life on the beat? Do you have any answers for that, sir? I am just curious if you would send a voice note responding to these queries. I'm just curious. Thanks so much.
All right. Well, what most people online is asking is they say that on an interview with Mr. Griffith, we had interviews and whatever, and they're asking, he said he had enough for us to bring down the government, and they're just asking, well, what it is he have to bring down the government that can't be released yet, that the government in full. You know, so people just asking. Morning, caller.
Morning again, gentlemen. Barack
And those are absolutely fair questions.
Now, what we have to look at, now every single thing that transpires so far, me I have no problem with it. He performed his duty, the judiciary had to take its course, and we've moved forward for that. And we know how things operate in Trinidad and Tobago. But what is most profound, and people have to understand this, is that, you know, man calling and talking about illiterate people on the ground report and all these kind of things, and I got to take offense for that. You understand? Because I just call in on the program the same way like when Rowley say the people in this country stupid. I take offense from that. Because Rowley can't call nobody stupid. Because he's the most dotish human being I ever come across in my entire life. Now, when Gary Griffith will call the program and refer to the callers, them here illiterate and this kind of thing, I will take offense for that. And I just be in all sectors of society. I just meet with the top, the lowest, anything. And let me tell you something. The conversation that I be having with people in certain echelons in this country, when you see they come out and shaking your hand and hugging up and kissing your children and things, it'll be totally different. They just do that with scorn in them. They just do that in, oh God, you mean to say how they come and touch this nasty person and hold their hand and play a kissing up there? When they go, they're washing their body and thing with all kind of Clorox and vinegar and all this kind of thing. Because when you see in the circles and you hear the conversation, it's a different conversation. They look at the regular 800,000 citizens in this country as low-life, hungry kind of people. And then you have to understand these kind of people now who you're aspiring for office. If they really have the betterment for the country, or they're just going to satisfy their egos. That's why you see people like Michaela Pandey and Gary Griffith and them so would never see power in this country because it's about God. And they would talk all the talk and all this kind of thing. But deep down, everybody know who they really is. And they would talk, they might shine for a little while and thing, but that light is dim. So this country, when they call in and behave like that, is for the people in the country to wake up and understand who it is if we want our next Rowley as a prime minister in this country. Because all of them, there's had the same qualities in them. It's just the hidden. Some, it might come out like how it come out just now and you're referring to the population as illiterate and thing. And then some would hide it and fake it. And then when you see the whole power, then you see the true, real meaning of who they are. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Take care.
Okay. Well, all right. That's it for calls. Let me see if all of it have no calls.
Well,
Let me
I
look
think
to
that's it there for
Mikey look to
today.
wrap up this thing.
Interesting is the ground report. Everybody locked on. Everybody is locked on. Everybody making their contribution. Then, of course, you have voices who went here, they went there, they went everywhere. But where do they end up again? Right here on the ground report. This is it. The ground report is what gave birth to Corridor Transformation and the Observer and all the other programs. It is the ground report, raw, undiluted, unfiltered, coming at you. People making their contribution. Here is where the election is going to take place. With your voices, understand the importance. And when you take all of that in consideration, please remember, any First Citizens Bank account number 2300045. Everybody, when they want to reach the masses, is ground report. When they want to reach the base, is ground report. When they want to get that message across, is ground report. And in that same vein, you should always remember any First Citizens Bank account number 2300045. The people who are part and parcel of this program is not here to give you a tap dancing lesson. It is a serious program that requires assistance. Yes, because we are coming out, we are coming to your area. The #1 community media program, the community microphone, is about to roll out in your area where it matters most. And what do you need for that? Don't be ashamed. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't feel no way about it. You need money. Money is what you need. Don't be ashamed to say it. Some of you, when you say it, things just break out on your skin. You just get rash. You just cold sweat. No, that's the reality. Every campaign, every program, every message requires what? It requires money. When you have content creators lobbying in Washington and trying their best to make sure that TikTok is not banned, is not shut down, because they all need to get their message across. That's how important these platforms are. And the one with the most content that tells you everything in politics from A to Z is the ground report. So, of course, the ground report will need money. That's right. Don't be ashamed. Don't let anybody fool you. Forget about all that generational teaching about, hey, don't talk about money, that's the thing, and money the thing that you need money. You think if you had money, Rowley would be an issue? No, because people are recusing themselves for cabinet for your business, because you would have what? Money. Because you need it. Don't be ashamed. All who have a problem with you crying out for money, what do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? When you have officials telling you about contractors, you ask yourself, but why are you meeting contractors? There's a procurement process. People have to tender for things. But they know that the ground report need money though. When you have people dressing up in their best suit and tie, and they put on the nice Gucci dress, and they go and they're knocking on ministry doors, you know they're hustling. They wouldn't call it that, but the ground report hustling. We understand. We've been in this business long enough to let you know the truth.
Who trying to get in while Mikey talking? Don't forget that message is we need support, financial support. Who is this caller? Call, talk quick.
Yeah, man. The protocols of news. I want to
money.
That he was the chief de mission when the only time there was ever any shooting and any murder in a prime minister's residence, he was the man in charge.
No.
He was the man in charge.
Anyhow, there we go. As Mikey said, we are out of here until tomorrow. Mr. Griffith can always call Lennox Smith.
Yeah. I was making the point.
Tell him to call back tomorrow. If he could always, because the Ground Report, we don't run from nothing.
Advocate for Gary Griffith before he became Commissioner of Police. Not so, in my recollection. I don't know if I'm wrong. But we'll talk about a little more of it tomorrow. See you tomorrow, people. And of course, don't forget tonight on the corridor transformation. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow, please God, Mr. Griffith could always call on the Ground Report. Right? Audio, we are out of here. Until tomorrow morning, please God. Same time, same place.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.